Do we have
Why
to?
does it ping? It has a post. Ooh.
Yep, it is cold kiwi.
Okay, let's see if this works now. This
There
is the second time we've done this. We are going to...
What is the for you thing? I don't see. Oh, hello.
Hello, everyone. I am fine, thank you.
Hi.
All right, yeah. We know professionalism time.
So what are the first battles that have been done?
Okay, we are starting off with... Let me pull it up again.
And man, it's actually gonna be higher quality on the YouTube stream.
Yeah, it
Higher,
probably will be.
cause it's 1080p 60 on there versus 720 on the Discord.
Oh well.
Oh well.
Damn. That means I can watch it twice.
Get to hear your own voice.
Ooh.
I'm muted because it will like echo to Doom.
Yeah, I'm gonna pull up the stream.
So, I think we're ready to start the first one, which will be number 17, sort of, which is Shueisho's Paratank Regiment taking on Free Clipper Forces. And then try to
Clipper
record...
forces. It's Posterian
What?
forces, is it not?
It is.
Pretty sure I said we're not engaging Clipper in any way.
Yeah. I just like problem with watching the YouTube stream is that that it's delayed.
It's delayed, yeah. What was that, the
I
YouTube
have-
stream?
So I have the delayed but higher quality YouTube stream and the Discord stream, which is lower quality but not delayed. So I cannot read a single thing that it says. Downgraded itself like.
Oh, that was
But what
That was
happened?
quick.
that was
Oh.
who won that?
Oh, it was because it's getting like the cheapest Omer tanks.
Alright, hold on. I'm gonna quit watching the stream on the computer. There we go.
No more stream.
More stream.
More stream.
So wait, did Shueisha win that?
Oh yeah.
Well, no. Wait.
I will not underestimate the power of oscillating turrets anymore.
I mean, they lost one oscillating turret already against the weaklings.
Hang on, so wait. Are the Zix attacking? Which side are the Zix on?
The defenders, which I play as the player.
Okay, those are the sides that you just played, so the Shueisho?
Yep.
Okay.
Still 6 not getting my Best Buy gift card.
Best Buy gift card.
I only give it out to tanks that perform extremely well.
Alright, so what's going on next?
I just realized I didn't have a noise filter on the mic because I literally just set this up a few days ago.
Ooh.
No
Oh, no.
pop filter.
This should be
Oh
better.
no.
Oh no.
I hear no difference.
Banished.
Banished to the realm of low quality
Banished.
audio.
To LA.
No. We don't banish people there. That is saved for very special people.
No. Where you're going? You're going to Ohio.
Oh
Oh
no.
no.
You're going to Ohio with a skibbity rish.
Banished to Georgia.
Banished to Atlanta.
Okay, next up, let's do
Atlanta, fate worse
S3
than
versus
death.
the 2nd Regiment.
Yay, the paratanks. Come on, paratanks. The little cursed French ones. Hang on, I recognize that tank. One of the ones that's on the screen is my yeah, is mine. Why is it full? Go live, please. Thank you. Eh.
Oh, I just realized I ran the last one with only 10 instead of 14. Whoops.
Oh no.
Uh-oh.
I don't think it would have changed anything.
Yeah, probably not.
Yeah, probably not. Why can't I do that? This is truly the most setup of all time.
This won't last very long.
No.
Oh no. What have you done?
That's how Posterior got so many tanks. They made a bunch of cheap Zomer tanks. That's how they got so many. They made
No,
a
I
bunch
think
of
these
Zomer
summer
fodder.
tanks, despite being light tanks, I believe these are 17 tons, which is slightly heavier for the classification of a light tank.
Yeah, they're performing.
No,
that.
look at that tank, it's just shaking in front of you.
That's
It was doing a little victory dance.
Doing the thug shaker.
No, okay, I wanted to point that out, but like, you know, we have to be professional.
Well, the industry's collaboration server has been notified that we're live, so we'll see if that changes anything.
Are more
Probably
people going
not.
to join?
Just needs
Alright.
more eyes on the video.
I'm just waiting till our tanks get obliterated. Because I know there's gonna be something with like 400 pen.
It isn't. Well,
No, we don't have.
Maybe. Already the Shoisho fund is a lot less than what I was expecting from 10 different naval invasions.
yeah, it's all fodder.
Which makes me believe that it was just a distraction to get Shoisho to not invade Pastoria into the mainland.
That would be
Which-
correct.
Which is why we should have gone all out.
But in that case, we would just one land with take 2 tanks, which I would also would not have said no to.
This one's actually going to be interesting.
Is it?
Oh.
29
It-
plus 16 versus 12 plus 12 plus 2.
But what are we fighting now?
It's still Shoisho versus Past.
Still S9.
This
Wait.
is S1, S2, S10 versus the first Stroke Force and the first Reserve Fleet.
This is.
First stroke. First. just sitting there having a stroke. EEV2. Let's see how that is. I bought a couple of them. Don't know what they are.
K-ho.
K
Okay,
ho.
no, you're telling me no one made of gung ho. Like gung
No.
ho. No.
It's not in the naming thing.
Ah, you're lame. All of you are lame. Such a perfect opportunity.
It has the ultimate for 4D on the naming convention, so don't take it up with me.
Take it up with that one
Chat
poem it's
confirm.
based on.
Take it up with Cat Confirm.
Maybe I will.
Take it up with that one poem that it's named on.
Oh no, one of these things.
Oh. Oh no.
Are these just duplicates of the same regiments? There's like slightly different change numbers on them.
Is this S1 now?
I have to look at the live stream. Not the live stream.
I believe the Kini is basically a Japanese Sherman, so you get to see that.
Oh yay. Japanese Sherman.
With a 90mm gun.
Perfectly not reasonable.
Don't underestimate the
Okay,
90mm
I
it can
think we're
carry.
ready to go.
What are we fighting now? S1 and S2?
S1, S2, and S10 are fighting the first Stroke Force and the first Reserve Fleet.
How heavy is that in total?
What's going on here, Buster?
The Oken.
Oh, what's the next
For
battle?
seconds is like,
Oh, 9!
Ooh. Oh no,
11.
it's a massacre out here.
Oh,
Oh, one kill. Let me hear the one kill.
I cannot tell who's winning this.
I don't know what that is.
This is the most balanced map I've seen so far.
I don't know which side which.
The side that's winning is that one side.
Helpful. I don't know exactly
Thank
which
you.
side which.
Thank you. No, I want to be a tour guide one day, and like people have been saying it's very helpful lately. Oh, what was that shot? How are you ricocheting these shells? It's supposed to be like an ELC even 90.
Because there's no. I think it's overmatching. That's the right term.
I'm gonna get a true on that.
True. Oh, that thing has 3 guns.
I would expect nothing less.
A fake Shosho might have won.
Probably, because they
I mean, it's
also
3
have the
versus.
defensive command, but then there's these guys.
It was closer than I expected.
Oh, jeez, that turret moves really fast.
Huh, it's like a leopard and a tiger. I had a kid.
Hey, why is this guy going backwards?
He's
This is
tilting.
not a fight.
It's the French design.
He wants to go home.
It's the French design.
Whoa, it's the tigers.
That's the Oken, I believe. That's the old tank
Japanese
that's been-
tiger.
Yeah,
Oh my
pretty much.
God.
That was built, I believe, in
How was
Tech
that legal?
5?
Wait, how was
Yeah,
that legal?
that tank should not be legal.
Oh, is this like when you have used side armor?
This
Oh,
is the Mulgrove design.
so it is illegal. So it is illegal.
Wait, why are there 2 guns on this?
Oh, it must be a bug, like, overlap.
Maybe it was used for the turret.
I doubt
Yeah, I
it.
think it might have been used for the custom mantlet.
But they both fire, which is the problem.
So it's illegal.
I don't know.
Intriguing.
I think that round should be disqualified.
Yeah.
I mean, it's not petting, so...
I
Yeah,
mean, I don't think you can.
I don't think you can pen that because it's
It's such a. I mean, it's a win. It's not.
yeah, it's a win. That's,
They don't have. They don't. It doesn't have a gun.
Oh, finally.
You just gave the gunner a concussion with that.
actually ramming.
Sure, Panzer IV. All right. So what's the next teams?
The next ones, let's try to get what's it called? The sub-step stuff done.
Mm-hmm.
The Bugo versus Nunatuna Capital be done.
Ooh. Like the sound of that.
Doesn't Shusho has more battles?
Oh,
They
that's
do.
much better than. Yeah, but we're trying. The sub-step's gonna go night-night soon.
Oh yeah, then we'll probably do his first.
Let's see this.
So this is the first Armored Fighting Corps versus the Arctic Clipper and the Capital Raid 1.
Ooh. Please, please, armor. My years of engineering. Please work.
Is the ball going to get to play as well?
Well, I can't get the details for that one, so I have to go research it. Thank you.
Hey. Already done a portion of the battle. Oh no, never mind. Just remember.
Oh, yep, this is the AI Defenders. We're good there.
Hey. Hey.
Oh wait, no, they need more than this.
They also have the sub-step tanks.
I just realized all of the models for the tanks look the same in the menu.
Yeah, they're all that one. They're all the French tank destroyer for default.
Huh.
Because they're like not saved. They aren't like saved googly boogly.
There's no
It's,
BP
there's no
meta
profile.
file.
Well,
Yes.
there's no profile image of them, so it just defaults to one of the default tanks with the name over it.
Huh.
Which you can actually argue is sometimes more useful than the actual side profile.
That is true.
Yes.
Oh my god, it's the tanks.
It's the boys!
How small are those?
They're
The
pretty
boys,
small.
they are very small.
How
They're
small is small?
Very.
one crew probably. You can maybe fit like children crew the tank. Like if a child resigns from working in the sand fields, we shove them in those. You know.
So pretty much a tankette.
Yes, it is a
Yes.
tankette and it's very small. Was it like 4 tons or something?
It's
That is
like, I think it's
small.
like 2.5.
That's not enough.
I how you make a tank just 2.5 tons is beyond me.
No armor.
No. You make it out of sand. Sand is the key to everything. The more sand you use in the construction, the lighter it'll be.
No comment on structural rigidity.
Oh,
Alright,
what's
Pico
that?
is also invading.
Kiko. Ooh, right, Kiko.
Kiko.
So, let's see if I can get their stats.
The Kiko and
The Kiko Coalition is coming in.
Kiko and heavies.
That's all they're sending?
How much are
5
they sending?
tanks?
Wow, way to contribute to the war effort.
They're contributing
Really?
elsewhere.
Really committed to the cause there, guys.
Mm-hmm.
Oh wait, no, this is the wrong one.
Oh, I'm sorry. I take it back.
Oh
I'm
no!
sorry.
Oh no! The postage screwed up. They sent the wrong division. Reggie 4.
Come on, give me the
Leave
stats.
Reggie. Leave Reggie out of this. I just noticed all of Illustrovit's tanks except 10. There you go, Greg.
Yep, because I pointed out, like, what if someone's confused? They're not saying all of their tanks. They're sending all but 10, you know.
All but 10 is just defended the capital.
So these guys will be backup.
That's a lot of tanks.
Yeah, 54.
I think Arrowette wants me to try and get their rolling ball working, so let me see if I can.
Yes.
Oh boy.
Roll. What's the bowling?
Oh, not the
The
rolling
bowling ball.
Oh, for what? This can't be legal.
Fine. 3.5 tons. Perfectly legal.
Why?
Why is the ammo placed like this?
Why is there ammo in it?
Why is
Why
there
is
ammo in
there
it?
ammo in it? It didn't have a gun.
I think it was intended that they were wanting to place guns, but they couldn't get it working.
No, I could. I
Oh
just wanted
no,
to make it
ghost
cheaper.
ammo racks. Wait, no. There's ghost ammo racks. You either gotta go into the file or find them.
Or just ignore it.
Huh. Ignore it. Oh no. Does it work with custom battles without ammo racks? Interesting.
Maybe? I don't know.
I don't know. If it'll let it spawn if it has ammo rack bug. We are learning things about Sprocket.
Well,
On the master.
the mastermind of this operation.
I mean, we know. I'm not sure. Buy AVM next time.
What's AVM?
Who knows?
Hackstar's company?
Does he know? Nutter butter.
And if Reggie 4 is going this way,
Oh no, it's the Doom Turtle! Substep,
Oh.
it's the Doom Turtle!
So that's Doom Turtle.
Substep the Doom Turtle! Substep! Oh no! Oh no, they have Doom Turtles! Wait, no, I didn't. I had to put my Doom Turtles elsewhere, never mind. Oh, it's the Doom Turtle against the Doom Turtles.
And a
Which
mouse.
And a mouse.
and a mouse.
And a mouse, cannot forget the mouse.
I bet the mouse. I don't know if the mouse will die.
Well, granted, I have no idea about its stats. So
The
I'm going
mouse is
entirely.
classified.
Yeah.
No. I already know what the mouse is made out of. Sand and probably concrete.
Yeah. Okay. How'd you know?
Because that is mostly what bagel slop is.
That's how they got the weight to 188 tons. They just poured concrete. Poured
But,
concrete
like,
on a set of tracks. With a sand powered engine.
silence.
Well,
We do not talk about that.
I'm gonna take this to the War Thunder forums.
Oh no. Oh, the sand-powered engines are too powerful.
Sand powered engine.
there goes our 32 versus 32.
Oh, the first of many.
Let's see the FPS.
45! Actually holding. The boys!
Oh no.
Oh, first
Why
blood.
Why is the DLC
Stop!
How are we
It has 200. It has 200 effective.
No. Object, how are you dying? No.
Oh no!
I decided that they it should be a mute on the front. No.
Nothing is invincible.
Tactic of UN almost a knockoff UN logo on the side.
Okay. I
The
think
vocal.
investing building tanks is not worth it. This is what I'm getting. What?
I mean, it looks like you're winning.
No, he is not. He's the other side.
Yeah.
Oh.
This is meant to be. Colson is playing this to me.
I'm trying to-
plays the defender.
I'm just trying to figure out what. How is there a weak spot still? Oh, because from at an angle, the turret is still weak. Dang it. That's annoying. So really, it's just whoever has like the technology advantage. It doesn't matter how well you build it in design. Because if you have 240 pen, no amount of armor is gonna block that. It's annoying.
Well, they sure held on that
Rip.
Rest in peace.
We penetrated two. Oh wait, two penetrated but not killed.
2% penetrated.
247.
Alright, next round, I'm just gonna make disgusting designs.
Oh.
This is my canon moment. My pride and joy has been ruined.
As always, next time.
Wait, what is tune or whatever obliterated us? What is their tech level?
Oh, that's
Not
that was
high.
those were company tanks from
Well,
Those are
Hackstick.
company tanks.
Oh, what tech level is that then? Like what?
I think because it has 16 in the name, I think tech 16.
Yep.
Oh, okay.
Company advantage is real.
Huh. Looks like there were some invalid invites on the thing, so
I know.
less fan noise and no
Hmm?
keyboard typing. Yeah, probably a good thing I got rid of that.
Well, I have it muted because, bad.
Anyways, next up we have. Should we run through the other Ganya invasions?
Yes, let's do Ganya.
I think I'm gonna make a company next time. No more Bugoslavia.
We already have such a massive population of independent.
Yeah,
Uh,
there's so many companies.
there's
just,
too many. Okay. Just leave Pugo at this point.
Hello, Norman. Wait, he's not in chat yet. Oh well.
Yeah. Yeah, the thing is, um, company or countries with small populations have better tech research, but with lower income. And then like the dynamic was that you have higher income countries with worse research rates and better research countries with lower income rates. And so one nation would
Companies
have
throw a wrench
super
into the
good
works.
stuff. And companies, in tandem with the rich nations, completely negate any advantage being a small nation is. I think that there has to be a rework in how research works.
Yeah.
There is. Colson said that he's gonna. I don't know how it's gonna work.
Like, I'm talking. Because
Maybe.
okay, it's not the issue with research, more it's the issue with companies and countries, how they
Maybe.
interact. Because countries, can like the richer countries, could just abuse companies who have high research rates already.
That's why I was thinking that maybe what you do is instead of countries and companies, companies have like severely limited research, like they can only research like one branch at a time or something.
There has to be something to
So like they can hard power guns, but they won't have engines or armor or suspension.
no. The issue is then some companies become you can't place a company. Like it's just there's no
Yeah.
real nice way to do it. And like yeah, Drake Happy whatever called. We just lost because of tech. Like theoretically, if we had on par tech, we would have won. Just because of the armored, like it's just because our armor was not enough to just we got
You weren't
obliterated.
provided enough
Like
armor.
our armor theoretically was like 300 effective at any distance, and uh gun was 245 pen, but we can't pen them if they have 250 armor. and so
Oh,
we lose.
My turn.
Good was that on your tanks.
It's annoying, but that's how it is. It's how it comes with not making the meta UFOs.
Yeah, we're trying to work on that.
It's a
Yeah.
hard balance, like, to prevent people from what I don't even know what you'd call it, meta maxing or something.
Metagaming.
Metagaming.
Better gaming.
Like, I think
Just
isn't that one of the rules actually, not to not
Yes.
metagame?
Yes, it is.
But like that's also very like what do you call
Very
it?
subjective.
Because what one person can see as metagaming, another one can see as playing efficiently. It just sucks. Like I'm not trying to fault any people in specific, just it's a complicated situation. Yeah, next time strip 103. Nah, even then with strip 103, the way AI plays them, it's not pretty.
Oh wait, I just realized I only deployed. Or did I deploy the right amount on both sides?
Well, you
For
didn't
the-
deploy our best tanks.
Yeah, I'm gonna try this again. Double
You
check.
deployed our tanks wrong. He didn't deploy the You deployed our weaker tanks.
All Z45s here. Oh yeah, I deployed too many.
Yeah, you deployed our tanks. This isn't last round.
Whoops. Okay, which ones do I
We
do?
should have 20 Z122s. Wait, no, all 32 Z122s. Because we have 98 of them.
so many.
Yeah. Yeah, we only have 30 Z45. Oh,
But
friendly
I think
fire.
the only thing we can really do is just hope the way research in the economy is based off the population. Hopefully that changes, so that countries with higher populations aren't just going towards it.
Yeah, well, countries with the money. It's not higher population, there's countries with money.
Well, I mean, if you have higher population, you get more money. But yes,
But Syria had the most money.
yeah, because they sold out their population.
Well, no, they didn't still get any money. They didn't get any money from the population.
Well,
They didn't get any.
But
That
they had
sale
money.
got. Yeah,
Like
they
They-
cheesed money.
yeah, they cheated.
This is
Yeah,
going to be
basically.
long and painful.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Looks
I
like
just-
a slugfest.
Yeah.
Like I mean,
Like,
in reality,
there's nothing I can do because they use company tanks that are over level.
I think that's the one thing.
They're
Company
over level.
tanks.
They're over leveled. They're
Yes.
like being up tiered.
I feel. I'm trying to think. There should be like a progression limit for company tanks. Like maybe have company tanks have like their levels added together, and so you can only have them so high until a certain period. Like I don't know how to explain it, but like just to kind of
They're being
limit.
up tiered, and there's really nothing you can do because they're just it's like.
Like on paper,
I
everything
don't
is
play
good.
enough War Thunder or World of Tanks to draw comparison. There's probably some comparison to be made with premium.
Let me do something.
I don't play enough of them to know like how premium to treat neither of them, but probably some comparison with pay to win.
Actually, I don't think there is a comparison, but
Like, show this round, we kind of like came to the conclusion like we're just gonna buy company tanks because other tanks cannot keep up
because
with
like
everyone else's.
Yeah,
It's
no
it
point.
becomes company tanks versus company tanks, and at that point, it's
Why play as it? Like you're only playing as a country to buy company tanks.
well, I was gonna say more
Why?
like it's
Then you only need
whoever's
one
richer.
person per country,
Yes.
and there's really no sprocket in it for the country at that point. Good question, Colton. How did Hackster get $8 billion?
I'm trying to think.
How did that even happen?
We got it due to a mistake on our end when trying to
Oh,
optimize
it was a
something, and it was at the point where we had too much in the first place, and it was like, it's not going to
Oh,
affect
well.
much.
Okay, so it wasn't like it was just an accident. Okay.
So I've tried to think about it where the company tank or company tech research, every level it adds to like a counter, and it can be out of 100 if you have like tech 25 and everything. And with that, there should be like a limit to how high tech your research should be, like 75. So you could get tech 25 in three of the 4 areas, but you'd be limited to tech 0 and 1. Just something to prevent company tanks from having an inherent advantage.
Problem is that would only come into effect in the very late game. Like these tanks right
yeah.
here that they're using are Tech 16. They wouldn't be affected at all.
I
It's
mean,
something that has to be think about.
but does that
Maybe
idea?
something like that, but with like a point system based on like era.
Oh yeah, like kind of like how the countries have like their
Like the Arma
eras.
Aspectus era,
Yeah.
but like you have a point system like that, and so you have to upgrade your suspension to keep up and make suspension research really slow, like half the speed of the rest of it.
Like something to limit everything else. Yeah, like at least one.
Or maybe make it so that companies have to buy suspension.
It's just
Something
making
like that.
target practice at this point.
Yeah,
Target practice.
nothing I can do.
Probably safe to...
Up tiered.
Oh,
Well, I did kill
good
20
morning.
of them. I did kill 10 of them.
Wait, hold on. With no boost or cap, how much research can be done at once? Limiting how much can be done at once. I'm trying to think. I mean, how fast do companies research things right now?
About 2 IRL days.
2 IRL days.
I think that's the same for
That's about
nations.
Gania's research speed.
Yeah, like I think Bugoslavia is the only one that researches faster than that. Okay, so
Well, no, Yugoslavia, Posteria, and Ostrandia are supposed to be the only 3 that research really faster than that.
okay, so if you were to cut down how many you could research at once, maybe like make it so you can research 2 at once.
Only 2 things at once. That would
2
mean
things
that they're
as a company, or because it doesn't make sense for a company to be
maybe
able to research things as quickly as a country.
maybe make it so that for each thing that you are researching, the speed is slower.
Yeah, like so
Like so, if you're
one.
researching one thing, it's 2 days. 2 things, it's 3 days. 4 things, it's 4 days.
Yeah. Or
But
yeah,
you gotta remember, Carlson also has to program all of that. It's like,
yeah.
Well, he's already gonna have to completely rework it.
We're just giving ideas.
we're
Or
just throwing
meetings with focus
stuff at
for
the
companies?
wall.
Like you can't focus research as a company?
Well,
No,
that
like-
wouldn't solve it because it's still fast.
No,
it's
we're
not
saying like
fast development.
if you
Hackers
try to
don't yet
diversify
do it.
what you're researching, it slows down the research for everything.
Yeah, okay, yeah. Basically has the same effect. That's true.
Well, it doesn't because it means that if you really want to focus down something, you can.
But then
At
you're
rate.
punished by
Yeah,
everything.
That would mean that the other tanks would need to be somewhat more relevant, because right now suspension is only really interesting because of armor specters, and engine is kind of useless up after level 10, I'd say. Those would have to be massively nerfed to be more relevant to research.
Maybe make suspension like 2.5 per rather than 5.
Yeah, that's what I would say as well.
Like start it out
Because
literally
because suspension, like you need to get it to like level 4, and then
I-
you're pretty much good for till like
Okay,
level
I
10.
think suspension started out at like 5 tons, and then like 2.5 after that. So like 5 would be 17.5, 10 would be 25, or not 25, 30, and then 15, 37.5. And that's 15 is like where you would stop really needing it if you want to make heavier tanks. But really, you could get away with like 10 if you're making light tanks and light mediums.
Yeah, if you're making really light vehicles in like Tech 1 and 2, you can get away with like 10 tons.
Because like what's the base right now? Like 10 tons?
It's 15.
I think it's
if I
15
remember correctly.
tons.
Yeah, like because isn't the idea that in World War One, like we're starting an inner war and you're making tankettes, which are like 5-10 ton, 5-7 tons.
Yeah.
And so like
Even tankettes or old modern land ships, such as the Tog. Or
well, you're not gonna be. The Tog was 43. The Tog was mid-war.
But I get what you're saying, but like we need to like make it more realistic. For like we need suspension to play a better role. Also,
suspension to play a bigger role, so cap things with suspension harder.
Yeah, and I don't.
Or make it so that you need suspension tech to set like certain like torsion bar length.
Oh, isn't just like you defaulted to maximum?
Well, the torsion bar length is defaulted to 1 meter with diameter of 0.25 meters, I believe. Yeah, you just gotta make the suspension default to.
So
just make it so that like it's only allowed to be like half a meter long, but require minimums compared to the width. So that if you want your tank to be any reasonably bit wide, or maybe make it
like I feel like just for a start, tanks should not be like stable. Like suspension.
I know that I mostly learned here, but I do have some game design experience, and I think like what's being expressed here is that people don't like the research's snowball effects. So the only way to deal with that is to make it not snowball, or to make it a negative feedback. Like not snowballing would just be have it be linear and not connected to any exponential growth that is connected to winning. Having it snowball would be penalizing people who win or benefiting people who lose with the research improvements.
Well, the problem is that, like at this point, it doesn't matter who wins right now because it's over. Like,
but like
that'll
really simple. Make research more expensive.
Oh, like people are about to lose stations and stuff.
Well, yeah, but like this is the end.
Like this is the final.
This is the final battle. Like after this, none of these tanks will exist. None of this research is getting reset. All of this research is getting reset after these battles. So
like the world's already messed up because
there's
some
like
countries.
no more incentives after this. But you have to preventative measures.
But
I think it down to the Alliance of Honor wins the conflict.
I just like really simple, make research more expensive to like.
Is there going to be a hard reset after this for just the whole game, or just like okay?
The whole game's getting hard reset. Colson said it's going to be a long break. Probably will be.
Yeah.
It'll be a good break to think about stuff and redo.
Yeah, probably after this I'll also, leave the Zheifu as well. I didn't really, it's just, you have to manage a lot of stuff, and, if you're the only person active in your faction, it is difficult to maintain, keep an eye on Zheifu when you also have other things going on, so...
have. We've all been there.
It is getting more complicated.
I mean, Zheifu, I feel like it's like the first week or two, you have to put in a lot of effort, but after that, it's really just like waiting for resources to build and stuff until the
like almost all of our tanks were designed before the round even started. Like with the exception of this one on screen now, and some of Edelgard's, every tank that Gania has, that Gania built, were made before the round started.
Same here with Shincho for a couple of rounds. Like I sort of took it to design tanks before the next tank level even came up or the round even begins. So to have it rebuilt. That's good.
Yeah, I love tanks that are.
I mean, there's some level of realism to the designing things that are capable of doing it. Like taking object to the IS-7, for example. But,
So people don't make new tanks from round to round, or people are already tanked up?
I didn't make a new design. I just reworked it to work with the new rule set.
Okay.
That's how a lot of our it's the same tank. It's a good tank design. It's just needs to rework to make it work with the new rule set.
Yeah, these guys just folded.
Oh, they took out a third of them. And considering the cheese wedge, well, not fully cheese wedge, the wedge fest that those tanks are.
Yeah, I
It's
think
all
that's
angles.
something that, you know, it'll be hard to do Zheifu before the geometric internals update, because the problem is
Because
that,
all of
you
these
know,
wedges and all of these tanks.
regardless of what you can produce, it doesn't matter. All that matters is technology, really. And so, if you can build a tank that can just, you know, is just invincible to other tanks, you'll win 100% of the time, even if you have 100% less tanks.
yeah, I get it.
Yeah,
Like,
there
there's
is no
no
point to quantity.
logistics.
There is no point to quantity. The King Tiger wins every time. Whoever builds the King Tiger wins.
Actually,
Well,
there's a
not
little
really.
bit of balancing for numbers because glitched shells are a thing. If they bounce off the floor
They
for
haven't worked
example.
at all any of these battles.
Oh yeah?
None of these battles have had it. That only works when very specific circumstances, and glitches should not be relied upon.
No,
Yeah,
absolutely
no.
not. But
So
they
you just
do
advocated that's a balancing feature.
Yeah, it does. Because it makes invulnerable tanks not invulnerable anymore.
Wait,
Yeah, it does.
Arrowete, I just saw this. What do you mean
One of
by
the things you
making
could probably
armor
do is
effective
just
global?
set, if you wanted
Huh.
quantity to have an impact and currently isn't having an impact, reduce the armor and increase the gun penetration. That way, like,
Yeah,
armor will be less
I think armor
reliable.
should just be reduced.
Yeah.
Like,
Well, but then that would force even more Well, no, I think armor should be
nope.
reduced. Yeah.
I think there should be a cap to the
Also, I know
angling.
Coulson is against the notion of a angle limit.
Yeah, I know.
but-
I know. I'm against that too, because that's a pain to judge.
Yes.
I'm just saying,
That's
angle
fair.
the plate.
I give myself a lot of extra work in the competition having to judge that.
Yeah. I was railing against that when that was proposed. Yeah, reducing armor totals.
Reducing, yeah. But,
And
like...
But that would cause people to try and
that would
find
make
the
everyone
angle.
that would make
Metagaming.
everything a glass cannon though, because then no one would have enough
reduce
armor.
gun penetration. Or, like,
Well,
you know...
Then you just decrease both sides. You end up in the same place.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, no, like, if you have, let's say, 20 millimeters, like, let's say you have 20 millimeters higher pen than you do have than they have armor. The AI is going to be randomly angling their tank anyway, so it means that the tanks that are well armored but not that well armored are gonna bounce most shots, but not all shots. So it gives you a little bit of a force multiplier, but it doesn't make you invulnerable.
But
Yeah.
hey, see what you're like. I see what Arrowette you mean by the global armor aspectus.
Also, it kind of makes sense historically because generally it's firepower has gone past armor because it's harder to armor something than it is to penetrate
Increase
something.
penetration.
Yeah.
Like I'm trying to like. So just so far. So there's issues with economy, like
With
suspension or everything. Yes.
Everything. Yes.
So I like this is I'm just throwing it out there. Reduce everything for the tech trees.
By the
'Cause,
way,
like-
I'm having a hard time
Yeah.
figuring this out. Does anyone have any knowledge of how thick gun shields were on German flak guns?
Gun
let's-
shields? What, like 20
let's
millimeters or something?
I think they were
Yeah,
just 20
20
millimeters.
Let's find out.
But,
I've
like,
heard 14.5 millimeters.
That-
Some places
that-
haven't.
Doesn't sound
That
right.
sounds like, yeah, I think
Oddly
there's a couple
specific.
things that are 14.5. That was like the original Panzer IV's armor.
I feel like to base kind of the stats of everything, like, hold on, let me find the
The original
tech
Panzer IV
limits.
armor was 15 millimeters.
tech
Yeah,
limits.
14
Do we have it pinned
bucks.
anywhere?
The armor,
Like the
okay.
stat, the yeah. Oh, here we go. I got it. All right, so
Been doing a lot of research on like German armor and anti-tank guns for the competition to make the
Yeah.
the adversaries, and it really strikes me how much people militarize, how much like mythologizing there is about German armor. They didn't have very good armor.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You
I
see.
think for a start,
Yeah.
I feel I don't think anyone's ever gonna use like 240 millimeters of armor, but then it is cast, not welded. So, because actually I had to rethink. I had to think about this with like riveting and welding in mind.
Yeah, I would not want to rivet a 240 millimeter plate.
No, I'm saying like
Jeez.
because I'm looking at 50 millimeter stick. I'm like that's way too much for interwar. But then I remember it's with riveting that's like
naval riveting, right?
30. That's like 30 millimeter stick. And like 30 millimeter plates at World or Interwars, it's not uncommon.
Yeah, 30 millimeter plates are not uncommon. Like
Yeah.
hang on, I have a book about teeth that has mentioned a book right here. Let me find.
But I
Nice.
think the weight limit should be reduced to 5 at the start. And like whatever at some point maybe like there should be a jump.
I would say weight to 10 tons.
I
That
mean
seems a bit more
Because there is a
reasonable.
15 millimeter armor limit minimum.
oh
Which
yeah. So
I
10
think could probably be removed.
maybe
that-
like for Interwar. Like if
Why
no,
is it-
maybe if your tank is entirely riveted, then it can be removed. But like it still has to be like within 10 millimeters. Which I don't know how you would code that though. So that's like the thing. I'm trying to keep that in mind of the complexity of coding it.
You could
Yeah, like the
also
T-35
have
had 30 millimeters of armor.
Yeah.
You
Maximum.
could have a scaling
Like you-
minimum armor depending on how heavy your tank is, so you can't have a 15 millimeter thick floor.
The T-35 weighed 45 tons with 11 millimeter armor. in
Oh, I
places.
like that. Where like it's kind of just a formula
And
to
the
see.
battleships.
So like if
You
it's
hate
10
to see it,
millimeter,
folks.
if it's 10,
Yeah.
if it's like 5 tons, it can be 5 millimeter stick. 10 tons, like 8 millimeters, whatever. I feel like
Yeah,
that.
But
that
then
would- that
I
would-
will bring up the historical example of the T-35. Weight 45 tons. Armor 11 to 30 millimeters.
I mean, okay, but I just want to identify what is like the reason it was so heavy. Was it
I
just
don't
sheer
know.
weight or like size?
It was really it had 5 turrets.
Okay, so it's probably
It had
internals that
a
jacked
lot
up
of
the weight.
It
Yeah,
was
that
a
was
very
probably
big. It was a
internals.
T-35. It was very big, very heavy, very bad.
Okay, I feel like the minimum should be based on era though. Then like
Yeah,
so
minimum.
like interwar it could be 10 millimeters,
I think
maybe as
5
low
from
as 5, like
interwar.
5, and then like early war it can be like 8, like
Here.
really low numbers.
Well, but these
And
are
then by the
minimums, so they're
time
going up.
yeah,
We
and then
continue
like
with
by the
study?
time you get to late war it would be like 15 to 20. And like post-war it can be just like it can stay at 15. But like those earlier designs you should be able to get like really low numbers.
Yeah, because they have no armor.
Like
I
for
mean, even,
example,
like,
oh,
later war things like probably like
like even
especially
post-war, like the Sheridan, I think it was
yeah,
really weak armor.
Locust has very little armor. Yeah,
Like
let's look up the Locust's armor. M22 Locust. M22 Locust. What's the Locust's armor? Cause that's a 1942. 9.5 millimeters.
yeah, so we could like kind of just see some tank, but so like mid-war, all throughout the war, 10 millimeters. Post-war is 15, and that would just be standard after that.
Yeah.
I think that
Well,
would be
post-war is
good.
like 18 to up.
Yeah. I mean, at that point, if you have a light tank, it would be like really fast though. And like even before, like I think the point of having the lower minimum would be like for tanks like the BT5.
Yeah.
That thing had like 5 millimeter plates.
And also we're talking about lowering the maximum, so it makes sense to lower the minimum.
Yeah.
So yeah, Drake is making a good point about how guns you have to Tech 15 gun has 250 millimeters of pen, when at Tech 15 you're only allowed 180 millimeters of armor. Which would mean that you would need to heavily angle it to be able to stop its own gun era.
Like, I feel like we should. I almost want to base it off of the Sherman. Like kind
Sherman is
of
good.
like because Sherman's like your standard tank.
It is the standard.
Yes,
it's a
standard
standard.
medium tank.
Like
it's not a meme. It's this point. It's everywhere.
Like it's one of like the tanks you think of when you think of a tank. So like M4 Sherman.
It's what you
Like, let
draw when you're a kid and think of a tank.
Like let's see. When was it made? I'm looking at the variant.
42 to like.
Or like from 1941, 1942.
That's when it was started. It was
Okay. So like.
And then there was the stopgap. That was the M3 Lee.
Yeah. Well.
Okay.
The
So we
Leo.
have early war with 100 millimeters of APHE pen, or let's just say 100 millimeters of pen.
Well,
and,
yeah, but that's a 75 millimeter gun. That was not designed for anti-tank work.
I know. I'm just saying.
Yeah.
And so like, you have like, and then you also have like the Panzer IV, H, G, like G, J, F2.
Yeah.
Like the ones with the long 75. And
Yeah,
it was like the same time
early
period.
war example of an anti-tank gun would be the Panzer III, though, because Panzer III was designed as an anti-tank for the long time.
Panzer III is interwar, and it has 100 pen. So, the late interwar should be able to pen 100 millimeters of armor.
And they can.
Okay, well, let's see.
Yeah.
I mean, there's also the issue with
on.
everything being put in the late war period. Which,
well, that's just for simplicity.
Yeah, that's for simplicity. Yeah. So I'm trying to think of limits. Like, I'm trying to find a limit to like propellant or shell length and then bore length that would give you some nice penetration. So I'll put the 50 mil. So it's like 3 bore length.
Probably actually need to like get a larger unit for some of these guns now, so like 3 per front line.
But I think lowering the number of tanks total. Aw, they're kissing.
Oh.
I would say lowering economic rework would hopefully mean less tanks overall.
But my point is
what
with
if-
that mainly is having different classes that can also contribute, so you have to build vehicles.
So
for
you
them.
aren't just building
That
all
is
of
definitely
medium heavy
true.
tanks. That would definitely help. I also
just
think
kind of-
weaker economies would help.
I just kind of thought about this. What if focusing research would lower happiness in the economy? So that you're kind of forcing your citizens to extra
I would
labor.
honestly go so far as to like ditch dynamic economies entirely until the tank fighting portion is balanced.
Where everyone just
I
has the
think
same
that
number of cash. Or like the same ability to produce things.
Focus affecting happiness would be interesting, because like a production focus, presumably you're doing like quotas and union busting and stuff like that to do it.
Yeah,
So again, it doesn't fix the company issue, as Drake points out.
yeah, dang it.
The company,
I
companies
need to
throw a
remember,
wrench in
we
the
have
whole
an
works.
ETA for the 2.0 update because in August, when it was first announced, I joked, I said that this would become
It was
the
not
Christmas
first
update
announced in
for
August.
early Christmas, and we don't have any ETA, and so we have any idea we can possibly see this update, because if it's going to come out soon, then we don't. A lot of these balancing concerns should hopefully be addressed by the update.
It's gonna be 2024. That's the
Early
thing.
2024,
That's
and
probably
also you
gonna
can
be
still make a wedge tank.
The best way to say it
You can
is-
still make a wedge tank in 2.0 and 0.2.
The best way to say this for that release date is assume it is May until we get some form of an update that actually has people testing it.
Okay. So this gun, 120 pen using level 5 stuff, and you get 80 millimeters for armor.
Yeah.
So I'm just like trying to do. I'm gonna just like kind of math it out.
Yeah. So try to balance it so that the guns sort of
Like the gun should be on par with armor.
slightly better.
Yeah.
I'd say like 10 millimeters, 10 to 15 millimeters more than the armor.
Okay. I might actually go about it and do all this right now.
Because that would help, because generally the arms race.
Yeah, we don't want to have slugfest involved where either side tanks can pen each other.
I'm
Or
just
something we
gonna-
could have is we could have designated classes of tanks. For example, if we have something that's designated as a tank destroyer, then that tank could have a better gun, and at the same time could have worse armor and worse mobility.
Oh,
That's
like the,
designated as
what's
like
it called?
50% reduced cost, but would have worse gun and worse armor. A heavy
Like-
tank would have more armor, but would have something like three times the cost, and wouldn't have as strong a gun as a tank destroyer, and so forth.
Here's the problem with tank destroyers, that they don't have much immobility to where you have to make a tank destroyer similar to, well, the US turret tank destroyers, such as the
Yeah, the
Jackson,
The
Wolverine.
problem is that the main cost benefit, like German and Soviet tank destroyers, the main cost benefit was that it used the Panzer III chassis. Like, it's the case made, so it's simple, and it uses a chassis that you're already making. That's the main cost benefits from them. We don't have to abide by that in Zheifu. Because you can't reuse chassis like that. Which, and American tank destroyers have no armor. Like, hang on, how much armor does the Hellcat have?
20, 30 millimeters of the front.
I think there's
armor,
like
4.8
15.
to 25 millimeters. So you can't even model it in Rocket. You can't even model the Hellcat's actual armor in Sprocket. Brilliant.
No, it actually, that gives me a good idea of what if we could upgrade, update, outdated tanks. For example, let's just say we had a tank we built in the first round, for example, but, you don't necessarily want to build a whole new tank, but at the same time, we don't, just want to upgrade it just a little bit. Could we then get the existing deployed tank and then upgrade it by, for example, replacing the turret at a reduced cost, and then putting it in the battlefield? That way,
Yeah.
you know,
Like modernizing
rather
tanks?
than something
Yeah,
that
modernizing.
changes time, or, we could, there'd be trade-offs, for example, we could have a tank that necessarily wasn't designed with this level of technology in mind, but at the same time, you can get it out to the battlefield quickly, so it would be invincible on the battlefield, but at the same time, it would still be able to use more advanced technology.
Maybe like a modernized tank command where you submit the old blueprint and the new blueprint at once with pictures to the judges, and it's like a registering a tank, and the judges say, hey, this, and so like it checks the old blueprint and the new blueprint to see all the differences, and then the judges. And then, you have pictures of it, so the judges say, yeah, that's the same tank. No, that's not the same tank.
I feel to make it easier for the judges, you yourself would say, okay, we changed out the turret, we
someone's
gave it a
gonna
better
submit.
gun.
I think the pictures are easy enough. Like, if you send the picture of Panzer 3 and it's done, it'll look like, yeah, you can sort of tell they're the same tank. Oh, you can if you pay attention, but... And it's like, okay, you can do that. Whereas if you send a picture of a Panzer 3 and a Hetzer, it's like, yeah, those aren't the same tank.
Okay.
So just pictures, just to say, yeah, it's derived from the same tank.
Okay, so if I'm using the presets for 50 mil, I have to angle my armor at 40 degrees to make it, reasonable to, block it. Which... I don't think that's valid.
I think maybe have gun tech scale negatively.
Wait,
have it scale exponentially less.
Also, make it cap gun caliber based on air. So
that was the original system. Then we scrapped that. There is a cap because shell length.
Yeah, I know, but
you could do a bread or butter system where it takes a while to develop specific guns. So someone might be able to develop a 100mm, but before they're able to deploy it, someone else has deployed an 85mm, so they get a bit of an advantage before the 100mm comes out.
Give an example.
Like making research and development,
Make it so you choose
This battle seems very close.
like setting a goal and have it taking more time the more ambitious it is, to a more significant extent.
Yeah, and have it be cost per time as opposed to a flat cost at the beginning. So it costs maybe 1 million per week of research.
For example, 90mm guns appear to be the best. For
I think something else that could help would be
penetration.
Having earlier era tanks sort of roll over a little bit, so that way it is mostly 1 year or 2 year old tanks with a couple more modern ones that you can charge. I don't know. That's just how it works in real life, generally speaking.
But I think the problem is 90mm guns would be only viable ones. And no one's gonna be using a 90mm in 1937 or 1938 when stuff starts.
Yeah. Well, outside of the KV2, but
yeah. Well, KV2 is a bunker buster.
yes.
So
we did not the KV. I am excluding the KV2 because but it was very special.
If you look at this 90mm gun using maximum stuff, 130 pen using the level or tier 5 stuff. Let me see how much I have to angle this to block that. So let's 45-degree angle using an 80mm plate. Yeah. So you have to angle your stuff very heavily to block same tier rounds, which should not be the case.
Indeed, but something you could do to offset, the slow reload time of the higher calibers is to have multiple guns. For example, if you have two 120 millimeter guns, then that effectively reduces the reload time in half with each 120 millimeter. And so
Then
you
you
can
need-
use a higher penetration.
Yeah, but then you need to fit
cost
in the
of
extra
something more
gunners,
weaponry
the
or
extra
whatever.
loaders, and the extra guns.
Yeah, it's
And
useful
gun
if you have
breaches
a
are
lot
big.
of extra space.
You can have one gun gunned by two people. Well, you can have one gunner can gun multiple guns.
Okay.
Oh, your geometric internals is gonna slash your dreams of multi-gun tanks.
Yeah,
I'm
it's
going
going to
to-
slash your dreams for that.
For kind of like
I
the
know,
balance
but that's
thing,
in the future. This is the present.
Yeah,
I'm
and
gonna
we're
make
working-
all like the plates like 40 millimeters. Then they kind of base the penetration off of that.
Yeah.
40 millimeter, or like I'll do 45 millimeter plates, just so like it's not too
How much can you
unreasonably
say about that?
slanted.
Well, I think as it stands now, that was just trending towards like all of the second and third armored fighting corps would lose, and all the Z-122s would be lost. I kind of changed it up a bit there by playing
Oh, you
as
said
Danya
none.
instead of Nunatunic for those.
You said they lost none when they lost like 40 tanks.
I just
They lost like
them out.
30.
Okay.
Oh, fine, I don't care. But they lost like 10 tanks per battle.
Okay,
And
so
on
They were
the
losing
last
10
one-
tanks.
And on the last one, they lost all of them.
Yeah, so why'd you say they lost none?
Oh,
115.
Oh, I need to fix that.
You said they lost none.
So 120 millimeters of armor, and you have 130.
So we probably should pick some different factions to play, just so we at least can ensure everyone gets one in before we run out of time.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
Okay.
getting late, so we should probably try and wrap this up. We can do a lot more thinking about balancing once battles have concluded.
Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna just keep looking at this.
Okay, let's do G2 and the 501st Coastbreaker with Army Group 4.
So surprisingly, level 5 is balanced-ish. Yeah. Max pen is 130. Armor is like 120.
Yeah, Tech 5.
Then
What I remember,
let's
Tech
see.
5 was like the...
Let's see. Tech 10. You have 530 propellant length. Yeah.
shell length.
Or no, I'm just
Ah.
I have 90 mil gun. So
Ah, okay, yeah.
and then armor, this is what? 130
Also,
millimeters.
it's not called Army Group 4. It's with like auto-generated name.
190.
Out of the Defense Force.
Yeah, it's Army Group 4 on paper, but I think I don't know why it's called that. It's like auto-generated. Was it auto-generated?
Yes.
I think everyone's defense force is named
Yeah,
defense force.
it's the one that Cubs and put all our tanks in, and then because I told them to put all our deploy all our tanks, and then it was like, oh, you sure you put all your tanks on defense? Don't worry, Rawa, there's only 56 there.
Oh, great.
Only 56.
Why do I feel like this armor is too well protected? Look at War Thunder. I trust War Thunder protection.
Oh boy.
Work
Okay.
on the geometrics.
Okay,
Oh.
Sherman 3-4. This thing has
What even tanks did I have?
46 mil. Yeah, what? No. Ooh. This
Are
doesn't.
you deploying the AA? Oh no. The
It's in
AA is
there.
not supposed to beat them. Oh no. Oh no.
Well, you never know. I have
Oh, no.
killed some tanks before with
It's
AA.
Tech 1! Oh no!
What do you mean? That's why they call it AA. It stands for anti-armor.
No!
Yeah.
You're not deploying the Tech 6! Stop deploying the Tech 1 AA! Oh no! It has like 20 millimeters of pen!
But it gets to fight really fastly.
It's anti-ammo. That's what it really is.
Hmm.
I'm going to run out
It
of
has
ammo.
no
Kill
armor!
everything.
40, 44. I wonder if Sprocket just models its protect or angled armor wrong. Or
Yeah.
like,
It is. If you set your physics settings to medium, it changes the effective armor.
where can I find that? Physics settings.
Okay,
Do I
the
find it in
501st
gameplay?
with 20 free vehicles.
Physics quality. Is that it? Hi. It does it? Because my physics settings are on medium. Or they're on high now, but... Yeah.
Oh,
I think
no,
we're
here
just
comes
we're
the
riding.
pancake tank.
We're all riding on the volumetric internals to save this
Yes.
system.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, you can still do wedges in it, but they're probably a bit harder. Hopefully.
Also, because armor has proper
And also
thickness now.
turrets are going to be much bigger. No
Right,
more
so-
little cone turrets. You're gonna have to actually make the turret
Mm-hmm.
big.
You're gonna actually fit your crew in there, not just like kill them.
No more little cone turrets, no more super angled sides, because you're gonna need to actually fit a big turret ring to fit the crew in.
Mm-hmm.
No hydraulic pressed turrets.
No more though.
No.
Uh-oh.
No,
YouTube is
I
not
think it's
watching
gonna
the
really
video.
kill multi-gun.
150mm cannons.
What was that, Colton?
Says YouTube is not receiving enough data to keep the stream going straight.
What?
As far as multi-guns are concerned, where there's a will, there's a way.
Well, there isn't.
There's a will, there's a way, and I have that
Well,
will.
enjoy your turrets being 3 times as big.
I mean, double I'm trying to think of how, like, logistically, a double barrel like turret would be. Cause like
Not very.
Not like the Soviets thought
There's a
about it
reason
and then went,
why
nah.
why double.
The Soviets thought about it
no.
purely so wargaming would have something to do.
oh yeah,
There's that forward thinking.
because you need 2 breaches for it, and that means 2
Yeah.
rotors.
Yeah, I
And
know.
You need a very wide turret, and like the gunner would have no space.
Yeah. The Soviets thought about it. Why'd you switch to the Tech 2?
What speed?
Why'd you switch to the Tech 2 shitter? Right, it's fast.
I think
But still.
Colton has a plan to flank the enemy with it.
I can't tell. I mean, how do you know he's flanking right now?
I mean,
Definitely flanking.
Okay, yeah.
He's going goblin mode.
Go and Tech 2. Little Tech 2 shitter. You can do it. You have 90 millimeters of pen.
Yeah, that's like enough. It's like a
Yeah, no, it's a Tech 16
all
meta
around
tank.
your butt.
You're like,
And the roof.
Did you do top attack?
top attack.
Top attack APHE.
Yeah, nothing like no.
Uh-oh. 1.
Nothing I can do. I've been up tiered.
Oh man, we've been up here to 11.3.
Yeah, it feels like it.
playing a reserve tank. Oh, there goes a Leo too.
Like, it's
Oh.
like, we got, like, I don't know much about War Thunder, but like, it's like 4.3 is like the main one, right? Like,
No, there's a lot more BRs than that.
like 3, let's say 3, because these are fairly early war tanks.
No, that's like a
Versus-
1.3 versus
And that's a
11.
1.3.
Yeah, 1.3 versus
1.3 versus 7.0.
yeah, yeah, up tiered. I can't do anything about it.
He flared. Ooh, F4S.
All of these guys just got wiped.
Yeah, they're yeah.
This is the genocide of December 23rd.
Yeah, there's nothing I can do about it. I don't care.
Oh.
The Alliance of Armor stands strong. The Alliance of Honor stands strong. We have shown that it is important to honor your allies. This
And
is the strength
tech
of your
rush.
honor.
All
No,
you've shown is that
nothing
tech
else.
rushing and getting the all company only is the meta. That's all you've shown.
It's
All-
basically that. But I
All
think
that
it's
we've learned is that it's not worth it to invest in your own research.
It's not worth it to do anything.
So like
The game isn't worth it.
to metagame this, you just have to like get your country's happiness to 100 and just farm money. That's all. You get nothing. Maybe increase your railways, and that's it.
which is why Shueisha is actually overpowered, but Shueisha didn't really realize that, I think.
Yeah, that is. Well, you don't need money. Gania has more money than it can spend. There is no reason to play a Shoei.
Yeah,
Mhm.
I think most nations are actually output capped and not money capped at this point anymore. So
Yeah,
it's
there's
just
no
who gets
reason.
most companies on their side.
Yugoslavia is still output. It's still money capped.
Well,
The
yeah,
thing is,
Yugoslavia.
this
Yugoslavia is actually balanced.
thing
Yes.
is, this mechanic was like obvious at the start of the round, so I didn't get why people didn't try to invest in companies.
I don't know. I think it's just the spirit of the challenge.
Because it's
You
the
know.
spirit of the
I
challenge,
was
which
going
you
for
didn't
the spirit
do.
of the challenge, which is just build our nation's tech
Which
tree
is to
because
build
like,
domestic tanks.
although
Which is like
Imperfect
half.
told me about
the-
we should invest into companies, but it's like
Spirit
at
of
that
the-
point.
The spirit of the challenge to use the sprocket which is to use sprocket to design tanks for these countries. That's
Mhm.
what this is for.
Like, I don't get. It's like in real life, poor countries will typically buy out tanks, but instead it's the rich countries now in the sprocket.
Yeah, that's because of the economy boosting,
Which,
the economic thing, which.
I'm trying to think. Like, I wonder if it can be modeled around that idea, where like poor countries can just invest in like or imported tanks, while the like countries have to actually the richer countries have to actually research and build tanks. I'm trying.
Actually, that gives me an idea. What if you were to? This is maybe controversial, but what if you were to get rid of private companies altogether, and instead companies can buy licensed tanks from other, countries? Hungary, for example, licensed many of their designs from Germany. Rather than going to a private company, or you could, be in, Central America, El Salvador, they could bought tanks from the United States rather than buying from a company. And so, if
Interesting.
you were to get rid of private companies altogether and just if you
Have
want to sell tanks, individual countries can sell tanks. That way, the individual country has some trade-offs for selling a design. If you have a really good design, well, then you give that to another country who could invade you. At the same time, is that and so there'd be trade-offs rather than your only goal of being able to make money.
But I mean, that would turn away some players who want low commitment. But
yeah,
I mean,
a
you
lot
could
of
also
players want
advertise
low
it.
commitment. That's why a lot of them go straight to independent without even thinking about it.
But I mean,
It's
you could
because-
advertise that like just
Yeah, I
being.
mean, like, it makes sense that there wouldn't be like independent companies though, like, because where are they building the tanks? Where are the factories? Like,
That was something that was planned for round 5, was for the factories to actually be on the map.
I think that like the goal of factories is basically to make it, or sorry, of private companies is to make it so that people don't have to manage countries, and if they're mods, they can build tanks without
Being
getting involved with
countries.
Being a part
politics.
of a company.
Yeah.
There's no
what-
reason why a private company that is controlled by a country couldn't have a mod build their tanks so long as they didn't participate in the politics. You know what I mean?
Yeah, so
Maybe have a maybe add a country in the middle of the ocean called Modistan or something like that, where all the mods are, and it's like they aren't allowed to do any of the politicking, and they just make tanks.
Just
Oh,
like
actually, you could have them live in the North Pole.
Like you just make it out in the ocean called Modistan, and if someone's really pissed at the mods, they can invade Modistan.
So, actually, I like that. Please make that.
Yes, Modistan.
But I like the idea
I
of.
noticed with, for example, Arganshire is that, I got busy this time around, and, then a lot of the other people of my faction, also got really busy, and so, so there was hardly anybody active in Arganshire, and so if you wanted to, have those private companies, you'd have more people, filling into the factions, and so
Yes, because
it also reduces the weight of having to manage a faction and such, if you have more
yeah,
people in
so
it who are active.
yeah.
But
Yeah, you're really
you
winning
won't
me
be
over
active
to the
all-
idea of.
For example, you won't have to be active all the time. If you're just a faction member, you could maybe create a new tank once a week if you have 5 other people supporting you in your faction.
Problem is that then once we go to the main server, there's gonna be a lot of what's it
New
called?
people.
New people, yes, that's the term. A lot of new people, and the countries are gonna be like 10 people each.
I mean,
And that at that point, it's like you can't. It's like Yugoslavia in round 3.
That's
It's like
the
you
idea.
just can't manage it.
other people.
Every
that can
country is-
manage it.
Time, if everybody has private companies, well, then you'll have something like 200 private companies, and then
Oh,
they'll
that'd be
just have
so
each of
funny.
them producing 200 tanks, and then you just simply pick out which tank is the best, because there are so many tanks. There, will probably be some really good tanks out there. And
Oh.
so you're going to get some if you're going to advertise this to the general server, you're going to get some bloat one way or another.
Arrow-
You're just going to have a large amount of private companies or just a large amount of people in a single faction.
Ooh, Arrowette makes good point. Some slight changes. Make it so that the countries do research, the companies build tanks, but the companies are tied to the countries. So say your company, you say you're based in Shoisho and you form it, and that means you can build only for Shoisho and Shoisho's allies, and what Shoisho states are Shoisho's allies, and your research is controlled by Shoisho.
oh
So like
my,
your research
that
at
sounds.
Show, so like Shoisho researches for you.
How hard would that be to code? Like that's. I
Um,
think that's the main thing.
Yeah, that's quite
terrible.
complicated.
That
One thing that
thank
you
you,
might-
Arrowette. That's genius.
Yeah, that's a
Honestly,
really
welcome to
good
the Justice
idea.
Youth.
And so the companies are tied directly to the countries. The countries tie research. That eliminates the country research problem.
And it eliminates the
Might
companies.
want to
like,
call them
spamming.
firms instead of companies, though. I feel like Yugoslavia, if they're Soviet team,
Firms,
have
yeah, firms.
companies.
You could go even as far as to just call them factories. So now you have different factories building slightly different tanks for the same specifications of that said country.
Yeah.
Well, it looks like Gania's capital has been captured. What should we play
Oh, yeah.
next?
Makes sense.
Yeah, I love being up tiered. I love being up tiered.
I
I love
think
being
there's,
up
like-
tiered.
Still few battles that needs to be done to show which other countries that have not went yet.
Was Arganshire invaded at all?
I
No.
don't think they
No
were.
one cared. No one cared
Did we
about
do
it.
They
Iron
are
Pico?
isolated. Yeah, we could run some attacks on Shoisho, and then Posterian, and then Shoisho. Because there is 2 companies that are looking to get some territory.
Yeah.
Sounds like a plan.
Yeah, that tying companies to country tech is a really good idea.
Mm-hmm. We need to put in like feedback, voting board, everything.
I'm Hang on, dash. It's dash vote, right?
Mm-hmm.
Tie.
It's like a neat solution to a lot of the problems, and like you don't have to sacrifice anything. You don't have to sacrifice things for anyone else.
Yeah, I
But
agree. I mean, for example, let's just say you could have 5 players in leadership, and then you can have something like 50 different companies underneath you, or factories, or whatever we're going to call it underneath you, and so they design the tanks, and then the leadership makes the decisions onto which tanks to actually use, and so
And
you have 2 types of players: strategic players and tank designer players.
yes,
Mhm.
and
but I wouldn't limit I wouldn't limit it so that a leader cannot also build a tank.
yeah, I wouldn't do that. Maybe, yeah, maybe make it so that the leader can have a company. Like the leader can have a company as well because they're tied to the country, so they can't
Like let's just if you want
I
a
mean, it doesn't
canonical
really matter.
reason.
It just really it's about the name, basically. It's still going to be the same
Mm-hmm.
country and tank, basically.
Yeah.
yeah.
We're
It's
making
really
good
just who you
ideas
give
today.
them. It's really just who you give the money to for the tank.
How do I do the vote command?
Oh, wait a minute. So, Landypunkt is invading Posterion with 5 Iron Bull tank cats.
Landfunk's made an order?
Or no, it's
Landfunk's
sorry, Aina, or is it Aina Kiko?
Kiko?
I don't. Yeah, but
How
that's
do
what
I
they're
do the vote
invading with.
command? How do I do the vote command again?
Yeah, Coulson, that's our diversion tanks.
Oh,
You might want to like do the actual offensive.
well, I'm still gonna play it through.
All right, do it.
It's like Colson has enough of listening to us debate on balance, and he wants to get this done.
He wants us to be over.
Have the commands come in handy, actually?
I'll just deploy 3 of these vehicles.
Oh. I feel like just for changes, there's a few stopgaps we can do. I think we talked about it earlier, but stopgaps for now. Once like volumetric comes, you can like do I don't know, a big overhaul.
Oh my, what is the UFO is that thing?
A Yak Panther with a missing chromosome.
No,
I thought-
it looks fairly Soviet
Oh my
in
god,
a way.
that is not a Yak Panther. I am sorry, that is not a Yak Panther.
What are you talking
There's
about,
like
Yak
a
Panther?
certain tank in Wolf in the Russian tank tree that is.
The flat one?
Wait a minute.
Object 279.
Where are
Yeah.
the
Not that.
tank cats on the other team?
You
I
didn't
don't
spawn
think they
them.
spawned in.
You didn't spawn them. Wait, no, are these the ones that don't spawn?
It's
Oh
great
right,
camouflage. It's amazing camouflage.
don't
are
be.
easily
Hey,
passed
the first
by
rule on the
the
survivability onion is don't be there.
I mean,
Well,
they're
okay
pretty
then.
survivable.
These guys don't really go that far.
They just
I
didn't
told
show
you it
up.
was a diversion.
Actual battle time. Army Group 3 versus P2.
I don't think you were expecting that, Colson.
Well, all right. Who put the minus? My star.
By the
Hackster.
way, Carlson, please
Hackster,
take
how dare you?
Hackster.
5 if you play.
Wait, is he in the? Okay, he's not in the VC.
Also, out of those, Colson, 1 CB25 is reserve as a 7 CS25-2.
Say that again?
Please only commit 2 STG CB25 and 20 CS25-2 as
Okay.
the rest is reserve.
Well, that's a good point about the companies and countries thing. How would the money work with the companies?
How would we share the money? I mean,
Hmm.
maybe have
At this
like
point,
all
what does the money
funding.
really add to the system?
Yeah, how does-
it's a limiting factor. That's the main thing.
Although I have wondered if the limiting factor should not be used to limit some things, like production.
The Posterians are on the defense, right?
Yes, in
Right
which
now.
case I'm playing as the attackers.
Why?
Or as the player, sorry.
And please
Oh, yeah,
play the
yeah.
CB25.
I see. Yeah.
Wait,
I
why are
misunderstood.
there two of the same vehicles? I don't know.
They all
So
look
we-
the same.
Where'd you
Let's
get
hope
the
we
money?
picked the correct one then.
Excuse me.
So which ones do you want to deploy first for Army Group 2? Imperfect AAA is not here, so...
what?
Oh.
What?
For
Perfect, you're
Army Group
deploying
2,
units.
This is 122s. All 122s until we're out of them. Because they're the best ones there.
How does my company make money to tap axe buildings?
They don't seem to be heavier than the...
Tank.
wow, they actually got a couple.
The AI is working today. The asshole is really doable.
This guy's been here the whole time.
Oh no.
How come that guy didn't shoot back? Either that or he was just out of ammo.
Hmm.
6 lost to 32.
Not a bad loss rate. Not bad.
Considering we lost some of our tanks to glitch shells, it's actually okay.
That does raise the question.
Rose pen.
Well, a bit hard to tell when the turrets have flown off, but yep.
Yeah, it is
Holy
pretty
crap.
common on these.
What are you looking for, Carlson?
Where are the shells penned at? Crazy
Yeah,
that-
sometimes if a single tank receives a lot of fire, the shells can just
there it is.
teleport randomly, like that bottom bit right there, or it can just bounce in weird spots.
Oh yeah, like
So-
it'll bounce from underneath into the tank.
Yeah, like the CB25 is physically not pennable by anything below Tech 15.
So now just fill in more replacements, and that leaves 1 replacement left.
Maybe a suggestion we could give for patch 2.0 in general is we could have an option to have indicators above each of the tanks, so we can figure out, which tanks are dead and alive, rather than having to go through one by one.
Like, would like a sign or something, and then it would get knocked off if it died.
Indeed, I'd like a little green indicator above each tank, an option that can be set, so that if you're, for example, doing like if there's one in the tank left, but you can't figure out where it is, you can just click the button, then you can just go and kill it.
What are these
I mean,
things?
that'd be a Hamish thing.
I have no clue what those things are.
Those things are purely to increase the ready operator value.
Could be, instead of indicators, just having the tank's texture change when they're destroyed. Like, print out.
I think Hamish talked about that maybe being an option. Or someone talked about that being a potential option.
But just do it gold on Panzer style and just have a white light pop out of the tank.
So it's
Also,
like
it's just gonna be
tank is go black. But it's black. Dark.
So I think, do you think that probably one of the fundamental issues of team balance is just that, if you have the better tank, you'll win 9 times out of 10, unless AI does something really stupid. So,
Yeah. If you get to such an extreme tech imbalance, there's no point. Just don't show up.
and I think
That's why we formed a coalition.
Is because of the way that kills work. If you just penetrate once in the tank, even if it's in a non-critical part, you'll probably kill it. So if you kill it, shoot at what would be an enemy commander's hatch, if that's modeled, then it would kill it.
Right, does not have any penetration by shooting exactly.
Wait. Is the commander's hatch don't have hitbox?
No, I'm saying if you were to model it yourself, then that would become a hitbox, and therefore if you were to shoot it, even though it's not critical, you just kill the tank automatically.
Yeah,
So
think PHE is getting a rework in V0.2.
Ah, the guy got up.
You can't get up the hill.
Can shift gears. It's more gears.
I guess you could say it's gear dysfunction.
Oh.
A bit of a gearing issue.
A krill issue. Too bad.
Fuel issue and trip.
I think just a lot of the issues just come down.
Hold on, man. What about the losses?
Like the solution to every most of the issues just comes down to point V.2 coming out.
Yes, that's why we're waiting. I think this ending is. We are ending this after this episode ends.
And then is the game gonna be on break until like internals come out?
Which was that small light tank again?
Sorry, what?
BMW something.
Oops, wrong
Because I
one.
remember someone said like this is gonna go on hiatus again, kind of like how there's a little gap between round 4 and round 4 part 2.
Yeah. So now we'll actually start taking hits off the vehicles if more kills are made.
Those tanks are so goofy.
Why is it supposed
One could say curse.
No, they're goofy and silly and funny.
Wait, are they even tanks? Because they don't have any tracks.
I think one
You're right.
for
To fit the criteria of being a tank, it needs tracks. Therefore, it is a wheeled armored vehicle.
I think it might be a no vehicle.
Oh my god.
Oh wow.
I don't, some rascal. Perhaps a goblin even.
Can they climb? Oh.
No,
Why
it
do we get
doesn't.
in reverse? Yeah.
What is the gun on this? What? Are you putting
Ball.
You putting the gun on?
What gun?
Oh, on the side. It's a side gun.
Side mounted gun that
With
doesn't
no,
really
does it have aiming capability?
Very, very little, I would think.
The battle was already over before Carlson could get there in that vehicle.
He was doing the spotting. Don't blame him. He did his work.
He would be the bush ship with
damn it, anything.
You got out.
You did a
Oh,
bush
he has different camo.
to be able to spawn.
Did you put on your premium camos?
CWS?
I'm a bit ashamed that in radio, Nintendo were never fully accounted
You
for.
did a bush and then the CWS.
Well, here on the defense it doesn't really matter. The defense mode is still heavy.
Oh,
No,
and we
honestly, you
lost.
should try ramming the. If you can find a living tank, try ramming it.
I don't think that's a good idea.
So help
I think it's a wonderful idea.
Push him up the hill.
Nah.
Push him.
Oh, it's 50 millimeters. That is for sure.
You might be able to penetrate the back of the turret.
Find out.
Oh wow.
You helped spawn it.
Execution.
So now we actually have to start monitoring all the kills. So that takes one of these guys, this one,
One of those.
and not sure what else.
Just look at the cupolas if they are open.
You can die without the cupola being opened. That's the annoying part.
That's a crew kill. That happens.
There's crew kill, ammo kill, and fire kill.
Yeah, I think ammo kill would open the cupola.
Well, yeah, because like you detonate the ammo. I hate how a wooden bench has the same thermal signature as a tank in this game.
Oh, Golson does not have my emblem. That is unfortunate.
No more driver.
How much spotting damage is that? How much spot?
I have 2,000 spotting damage.
Oh, I'm talking about the little guy.
Oh, I got killed by a bullpup.
Somehow this thing's still alive.
I mean, it's
Might
a
have
rat.
to
Because
limp
the only
home.
guy that
Oh.
there was the commander.
Yeah, I counted 2 actually. There's only 31.
It's a rat amongst rats.
So it's the small guy, and then I suppose the Mark II version of the 25. I don't know. Version 2 of it. Whatever.
And that leaves these guys.
Oh yay.
Oh, those are tiny tanks.
Oh,
Is that 23? Hold on. Is that 23? Or are we just like?
It doesn't matter, they're up tiered.
damn,
It
we
doesn't
got
matter,
lucky.
they're up tiered. There's
Oh,
nothing I
what
can
the
do.
hell
It's
happened
over.
there? Oh, it's alive.
The two up here.
Yeah, it's an extreme up tier. There's nothing I can do.
It's because players like that.
Hit the skeleton and set the
Your gun is so powerful, and that thing's so like you just sent it flying. That's funny. I hope that's one thing that does not get changed. Bug is just how,
The physics.
yeah, the physics.
It's not very nice. I apologize right now. I did a bit of troll apology.
Handful of tomfoolery.
A handful of the top of perhaps a spoonful.
rabbit poor guy. He's upside down.
What's his name? That's a small.
He's trying to help it, give it a fight.
Come on, man, don't play with your food.
Oh, you gotta press zero.
Just a little boy. You're just playing with your
You need to
toy.
press zero.
This is
It's
violence.
fucking-
I'm reporting you to like PETA. All of the organizations.
This is a war
You gotta press
crime.
zero. Just pull the rope.
But they're trying to aim at it, but they're struggling. It's so funny.
They can't aim low enough.
Oh my god!
Oh my god, did you run him over?
He crashed it.
That is a severe war crime. Major war crime.
He actually crashed.
Yep.
A great shame has befallen the land.
He wanted to help with the clapping of his cheeks to kill the guy.
You are now cursed with
I was
1,000
surprised I
years of
didn't
bad luck.
die the
That's
first
very
time we
heroic,
rammed
I
it,
think. Not
actually.
being very nice. Well, that solves Army Group 3. Next, what should we do?
If he solved that left his
Army Group
Jojo.
7.
Blort. We should do Blort.
Maybe some Austrondia.
Ostwindia.
Was there a necessity for the radio operator check to be used, actually?
It wasn't.
From my experience, the radio operator is hardly used.
Not
I mean,
yet.
like for balancing, like determining who goes first.
Yeah,
I
it was
don't
just
think it was-
defender first this round.
Yeah.
Yeah, defender first.
Which makes like having the radio operator designator tanks kind of pointless.
Yikes,
I mean,
we've
yeah.
only done 7 out of the
Why don't we put the
25
radio on the light
different
tank?
ones.
Yeah, and I said it that it's not gonna be used often. It's just the last measure, really. But nothing
it
else
could
works.
be used more later on.
I think we'll just need to prioritize getting different combinations in, so like, let's get the Illustrava done next.
Hey, all of Illustravit's tanks
Versus what?
versus Posteria.
Oh no.
The entire nation of Posterior.
Yeah. Oh well.
They threw all their tanks there. Except 10, there you go.
Oh wow, they have 200 tanks to throw at it.
Oh yay.
Okay, and what's the P4 force?
Is gonna win.
Maybe.
Maybe.
End of story. They're up tiered. End of story.
Unless the numbers are too great.
I will.
That was 150 versus like.
How do you say it's up tier? There's no battle rating in this game.
No, they're up tier.
They're up
It's like-
tiered because tech.
Because
Oh,
tech
God,
level like
What
5
is
versus
that?
tech level 20.
No,
They are gonna use the 13s? Oh no. They farmed 48 in the meantime. Interesting.
Yeah, like I just did 150 versus 40 and died. Up tiering. No point.
Those 13s are gonna be useless against the Posterian tanks. They are not built
Yeah,
for
there's
that.
no point. They have higher tech. There's no point to play.
Skill issue.
They
I'm
have
telling
higher-
you, we need to do
at
like
least they're gonna try.
World War I Germany pact against Posteria.
That's
The
Cripple
Entente.
them.
Wait, is it the Entente?
I just want to see them crippled.
How do you say that? ENT and ENT.
Entente.
Andante?
Yes.
The Entente.
Yes.
The
The Entente.
Yeah, it's French word.
Oh.
You have to put.
Okay,
Yeah,
you live where
French.
trains are.
My game almost crashed.
I feel like that all of those tanks are just like some tank cats that barely have any armament.
Oh wait, take a look at the regiment for B4.
Colson, 2 CS25-2 are reserve again.
Okay.
Oh, okay. You won.
Why is everyone always needs put to have? Yeah. Goddamn. What's it called? Alphanumerics. Yes, alphanumerics names for the
You
tank.
sure an up tier's gonna win this lopsided battle?
Yes, it just did 100. We just did a similar battle, 150 versus about the same number, and lost.
Womp womp.
And 100 of those were Tech 12. So yeah, it's no point.
I mean, that the one side who won kind of have, they kind of metagamed the armor layouts.
Yeah, the UFOs.
Which it's an
Yeah, he's been
annoying
doing-
thing.
That's not an end game. He's been doing that since the beginning.
Like they're using the like guidelines to the T. Like
Yep.
they're doing the maximum they can possibly do.
But like, isn't that what you want to do if you design your own tanks?
No, we want to do it for fun, and
Like,
you're
yeah, I
ruining.
do have a
You're
lot of fun
ruining our
doing this.
fun. You are
I
ruining
would
our
say-
fun.
Now the point is, it's like it's metagame
This is
where
no.
No. See,
I have no
This is
point
the
to play
concept.
because you
Let's
tonight.
see.
you have your fun, and we
That's
have our
how
fun.
the game is
How we
played.
Yeah, and
have fun.
and I'm not fun. This is not fun for me.
Yeah, I
Well, I mean,
I have a lot of
we have
fun.
fun. So, what's your argument then?
Yeah. You
everyone
have
should
fun, and then everyone else leaves. How much fun do you have then?
Like that one kid, like says they're so much better than no one goes to their birthday party.
Real.
Not a single one.
Well, 100% link to World War I era, because World War I era saw more restrictions that makes it difficult to build a functioning tank, and so whatever try World War I or War is probably the
That would be, yeah, because you'd be far more limited on building a tank.
Someone would find a way to build it. I'm not even joking.
You
Is that
minimum
a-
crew requirement of 12.
Is that a friendly fire?
That's extinguishing, hello?
Where is the?
I feel like for World
the
War
fire
One,
extinguisher
no angling allowed. Like
Well, no,
well-
no angling rules. No angling
You
rules.
gotta nah. That is-
minimal angling.
No angling rules. They're too hard to judge.
No, you can't do that. I mean, there's angles. in
That's the
Mark
only
1,
real
Mark
thing
5.
that's unique.
They are
It's
not
too hard
hard
to
to-
judge.
Angle rules
You
are
don't
not
see
to...
like an FD17.
Listen, angle rules are not hard to implement. You just
For the bot. For the bot. They are not for the
Oh,
bot.
for the bot.
Yes, which is the point of
Yeah,
the
that's true.
Which is
yeah,
the point
bot
of the
would not
bot.
like them at all.
Azomer, you are not the bot.
No, he is the bot.
Well, he is a bot, but he's not the bot.
When you said the bot, I thought you meant the AI for the tank.
No, the sprocket bot.
But
The thing
either way, you
judging the
wouldn't
tank.
like the rules anyways. Because
Like,
it
if you-
would most likely be like absolute, so I can imagine
Yeah,
that being a pain in the ass.
yeah, it'd be SRPG1 or not work. And I don't think Cole put SRPG1 back.
I'd rather
what?
make it somewhat available to people that are somewhat into the game.
That's one way to put SRPG1.
What is SRPG1 again?
It was a challenge in Sprocket Official led by Ozomer here. He did an angle limit rule in it, which he was absolute. Absolute, like, you have a 99-degree roof plate? Denied.
89 specifically.
89, yeah.
Oh, so it was like you had to be flat on every single angle.
Yes, like a
Yeah,
bot would do it.
perfect.
Like a bot would judge it.
I mean, that doesn't sound too bad as a challenge. You would just
It
prioritize.
was a fun challenge. It just, that rule, oh my
It was
god.
brutal.
A
was it
lot of
limiting?
people had to resubmit for that rule.
Yes, I will.
And a lot of people failed that rule, and then Overlord officially warned Azomer for it.
What?
Well, it
heard
wasn't
that
like an
people
actual
didn't like it.
warning. Like, I forgot exactly what he said, but he.
Is it just? Oh wait, is it just an offhand comment saying, "Hey, you don't do this"?
It was like like he did all caps. You will not. I think it was all caps, if I remember correctly.
You will not do
I
this again.
can't even shoot.
Yes.
this
Perfect,
thing,
then
like,
I'm sure
what's going
it's
on?
classified information. We talked about this.
You will not
That's
attempt
NDA.
classified
That's
That's
Italy.
NDA.
Do not have gun
Leak
depression.
NDA.
And to say the least,
Just leak the
SRPG2 had a much less absolute angle limit.
It was still harsh.
Well, yeah, it's Zomer challenge. What do you expect? That's why we play a Zomer challenge, just for it to be harsh.
3,
Just do like 15 millimeter plate limits.
2. There we go.
Oh
Such a goofy thing. I'm surprised no one made like a jet powered, or like a gun propelled powered tank in this
No,
mode.
that would
Nope.
no, because that would
Just like
Violet
stretch a
control.
250 millimeter gun and have like a little rocket boost.
Yeah, wouldn't be very useful for Zheifu.
Should have added more rivets. Maybe it could have survived more.
Oh wait, oh, a bit off related, but will Sprocket ever have a mechanic where you can make a crane that extend and retracts an arm?
Probably not.
Probably not.
Wow.
I
Okay,
wanted
okay.
to make
That would make
like a
very-
landmine from the Goliath where
No,
I
no,
would put
just,
a gun
okay,
facing
wait,
directly
speak.
up, that it would go under a tank and shoot it in the floor, but the driver limitations didn't allow that.
Ah, yes.
Aw.
Smoke.
Well, you couldn't you like stick a box like
I
that,
mean, yeah,
that has
actually,
the
yeah, I
driver
could,
limitation, like a box, and like make it like a cable between the two, and have the box drive around,
Oh goodness gracious.
and have it so you have the Goliath, and like 20 meters
just
behind it, you
Goliath.
have a box.
Did you just put 5 A's into this battle? God.
Just a Goliath, but bigger.
Those are
No, you have a Goliath, and you have like a little driver's box 20 meters behind it, just
Wow.
What happened there?
There's no length
actually
limit.
got one.
Oh no, you did like 50 meters.
Yeah,
Like
something
50
like
meters
that.
of cable.
Oh,
It's too close.
And there's no length
Just
limit.
really trying with these smaller car.
Hey, you penetrated.
I killed 3 tanks actually. 4.
And then that's it. That's the trick. Boom, 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 boom.
Oh, you can pierce them barely. They actually have armor. Oh, 5.
There's no armor.
Oh, look at that.
He's panic.
It's barely
Just
good.
not killing.
Just not doing any damage. The gun is too tiny.
Have you tried loading APHE?
I don't think APHE will do
That's-
anything.
No, it would have been
I
pen.
cannot ban APH.
I'm pretty sure
It wouldn't pen with
APHE,
APH.
regardless of caliber, it'll one-shot the tank. That's like the gimmick with it.
But it needs to ban.
Yeah, it needs to
It's
pass.
like
That's why we're
60%.
moving
This
to
thing has like
geometric
40
internal.
millimeters of
What is-
penetration.
what do you think we're moving to geo-
gonna bet.
Womp womp.
They kill like 5 tanks, is that right? Yeah. Seems like it. Interesting. So they killed the tiny. And then these guys, yeah. Oh, that's
1,
how.
2. Wow, they actually got 4 of them.
Yeah, and then the boss here.
Well, 3 and then whatever this guy is.
And that's the boss 16. Then they got one of the recon.
Should we even keep going on this one or just swap to a different one?
Keep going.
No, I think we should.
Yeah.
It's getting late for me.
Yeah, it's 12:21
I would honestly
a.m. for
prefer
me,
to
and I have to
discuss
stop at 2.
Oh.
It's 2 a.m. for me, and I'm
It's
probably gonna
2:30.
head out.
It's Christmas, isn't it? But
It's
I mean,
like-
it's holiday tomorrow, you know?
I have to wake up in like 7 hours.
Well, I mean, people have to
yay.
like get up to spend time with their families, you know.
But I want to discuss more about balancing.
That's something we
Balancing's
should
fun.
probably do after Christmas, let's be honest.
Yeah.
Like
I
get
agree,
greasy for
also.
balancing one night.
Alright, we need,
Yeah.
If you want to shoot ideas by me, I'd love to just hang out and help with that.
let's
Well,
just like
we have
make a note in
5
chat
pages
so we don't
of
forget.
text in
I already
general
put the
about
voting board of
stuff.
the of the company to country tying together.
It's at 8-1 right now. I'm just saying, like, people like
Yeah.
it.
Yeah. Yeah, it's there so we can flesh it out more. Mostly without it
There's a
getting
lot of
carried.
logistical problems though.
Yeah, well, initial idea.
Mm-hmm.
You gotta
Yeah.
workshop it.
Like, I understand the idea, it's neat, but
We should
it
probably start
requires
doing
coding
company
quite a
tanks,
bit of
or
it.
should we do company tanks next, or a different nation
Wait,
that
what?
hasn't gone
What
yet?
company?
I mean,
What
I'm
happened?
heading to that,
Companies
so
exist.
Yeah, but why are you deploying tanks? Who are you working for?
for yourself.
Companies
Private
are allowed
military
to.
corporations, PMCs.
Yes, you
See
can
that
do
already?
PMCs now.
Yeah, I took over Ghani as capital.
It's a coup d'etat. It's going to be a coup d'etat.
Oh no, you made Night City. Oh no.
Should we do Capital Raid Free versus the Ostrondian Defense Force?
Yeah, I'm feeling it.
Yeah,
Just the two of us.
Do it.
I'm bricked up. Getting bricked up.
I just hope I don't get up tiered. That's the key. Because up tiers
Yeah.
are dead.
Yeah, up
Well,
tiers
who are you
or
fighting this time?
I have
Who are
no
you
idea.
fighting?
I don't know who we're fighting. I
This
just build.
is-
I just build the tanks.
this
I
is-
don't do.
Yeah, you would be like the new new company idea. You would be a company in that then,
Mm-hmm.
because you just build tanks.
Oh goodness, the capital raid does have some good tanks inside of it.
Man, it's kind of disappointing that I spend so much time making a big military and then it goes up against like Tech 5 tanks.
Yeah.
It's a hydrogen bomb versus coughing baby situation.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, there's no fun in down tiering like that.
Can I divert my
Well,
forces to be
No,
on
don't see the
Australia's side?
fun when you're playing as a tank.
What? Oh, what are those?
Well, let's see how this goes.
Yeah, I wonder.
Hey, hold each other. Oh, hold like a whole tractor.
Whoa.
Halt.
Alt 1.
Hold the
HRT
whole
4.
HRT.
Uh-oh.
No.
Well, looking at the other things, I don't think they will be great.
It's a lot of HRT. And a lot of hold. So who's defending?
That's
The
wrong.
Australian Defense Force.
Oh. The Zik. The Zigbada.
The Zix.
The Zig boy is actually armed.
Sigma.
Yes.
Yeah, has a little like 20 mil on the side.
Yeah, they added a little 20.
Well,
You know,
sure.
if we could, it would be a
Beta.
12.7.
Yeah, indeed.
No, it should be 9mm.
A 5
Give it
mil.
9.
What do you mean? It's just that you strap like a Glock 19 to it.
Yes. No, no,
Yeah.
no.
It's-
There's a
it's
whole different.
the
there's a whole
operator's
different
sidearm.
thing.
The operator's
Yes.
sidearm is its weapon. He just
Like a
pops
guy
out
with
the
an
top
Uzi.
with a 9mm pistol.
It's an Uzi.
There's just a pistol port outside. You just stick your arm out. And you just shoot whatever.
You just stick your 1911 at the side.
Uh-oh, my gunman less damage. I can't drive
Do you
anymore.
remember like a photo when the Sherman has a Thompson as the coaxial?
Oh yeah, there is a
Oh.
picture. There was a Sherman with like a Thompson attached to the side.
Yeah,
because-
that was a real thing. Imagine that with the Thompson in the main gun.
Wait, is that APHE?
That is
APH.
APG.
That doesn't
I
look like a
recommend-
good idea to you.
Hang on, is that APH only? Oh, why did they do this? I thought Blitz knew better.
Oh, they do have AP. It's just loading APHE first.
Well, load AP.
But they do have armor for that.
There is
Also,
a-
he's not gonna load AP.
So over.
It's
Things
Joker.
look pretty good though.
Yeah, they do also have armor.
Yeah. And they aren't UFOs.
Oh shit!
Yay.
It's the ELC.
Oh. Oh shit, the French!
No, you should,
Run!
What are you doing? You should be
Run away.
Run away, the French!
Oh, you're using AP now, man. Right?
Oh, that's not
What is
possible.
happening?
Wait, what is the ELC doing fighting?
What?
You should be spawning.
It's dead, I think. Oh, it's
No,
not.
it's not that.
It's still resisting.
Why is it like mentally? It looks wrong.
It's French.
There's
Why
a
does it
spring,
have a
yeah.
spring for an
No, it's supposed to be a light paint. The Australian did
Well, no, that's the attackers.
I'm kind of expecting the turret to wobble around like a bobblehead.
Boing,
I would
boing.
make
It looks like
nothing to kill that.
it looks a bit like
Double.
Pierced.
Load APHE. What are you doing? Also, this is like easy APHE moment.
No, but sure, go ahead.
Watch this. Oh,
yeah.
hit that
Look at
round.
that.
You gotta aim at the turret and hope it.
It didn't.
That
Didn't
turret
fit it
has
up.
200
It's
Hey.
angled. It's angled. You cannot hit it. You are
Okay.
doomed.
Okay, maybe load AP. I see how it is.
Yeah.
No, what? How he died?
Yeah, see, look how interesting
He got
battles
flanked.
are when there's actually equal tiers and not horrifically up tiers.
Those are
These
very
guys
high
didn't lost
attack,
attack.
by the way. Actually. Oh, there's there's the issue. It seems that it doesn't have side armor.
Well, yeah.
Where is
you
the
know.
fire extinguisher?
Way to go.
It's burning faster than you can.
Yeah, that happens with big engines.
This is like literally the first match I've seen where the teams are equally matched.
Yeah, it's the first. It's like one of the first enjoyable matches of the night.
Like, yeah.
Well, then the AI would explode.
No, kaboom.
You're using APHE.
Get it.
You see, you need to load APHE.
What if it's lower is also angry?
I don't think it's allowed.
Yes, that's
This is
It's allowed, but like slightly only.
this is not World of Tanks. This is not like Object 430U.
You would be surprised.
Oh, that's
how
another
much
one of those.
someone tried.
The thing does not have side armor, it seems. It's not a good idea to angle with it.
It's such a bad tank. I
Just
would
keep the front and pray that they will bend the front, I guess. I don't know. Like it's limbo, sure, but I guess that's the second.
like a Centurion went to Chernobyl, like merged with like a World War I French tank. Nah, you kind of suck at this. You should aim better.
The RNG is
Don't do him like that.
It's the RNG itself.
It's just RNG.
I think you should shoot harder.
Yeah, you should like put
Should
more
have,
force into the
this
shot.
time.
I think that thing ran out of shots, yeah.
Yeah, should have installed this one.
It does not feel good. I mean, you can use APHE now. Come on.
Yeah, I'm sure you can penetrate that.
Use a gun rammer. Reload faster.
I bet those are good one. One of them. Try that one.
Oh, that one. Neither.
Damn. They're hiding.
I think he helped me die. He just hit the field. Oh!
Bounced from the side. What? Oh, it's the scout. Okay, yeah, it's the scout.
Don't do it to him.
What if this thing was propelled? What if this thing was propelled by the operator drive just cycle?
It's a bicycle. Yeah.
No, it's a Flintstone car. Just with your legs through the.
Yeah, There's like a bicycle chain going on the wheels.
That's nice level playing there. They actually turn slightly too.
Yeah, the cars, they don't know how to turn. They can't turn. The wheels are stuck in place.
Unfortunately for them, they have a 1911.
Oh, you see this guy? If he just like got to the side, he would shoot with the 1911 and like full pet. No side armor.
He opened his hatch and stepped into the plastic.
He opens the hatch and he uses a sword.
He flashes at the side of the tank and just puts the thing through.
Yeah, with
He
the
switched to his
katana.
secondary.
I think that
He
one
throws
was
no.
Switching to secondary.
He gets some stones and he throws it at the side.
Switching to
It was
secondary.
splintering there.
That was rude.
That was rude. I think it was not.
Maybe he was going uphill, but then he lost the gearing.
To
It's
absolute
more
carnage. Look at it. Smoke everywhere.
That
I
means
should add
all
my
of these were
T-72 to the
lost.
lineup.
They lost all of them.
So who's winning?
And there were only like 8 left on this side.
The player input pretty much decided this one.
Having a big old discussion in general.
About?
I don't know, economic changes.
Ah, yes.
Yes, economic changes.
Those are definitely needed.
Whoop whoop.
And
Economic
the
reforms.
companies to the country.
Has a car. Okay. That's a discussion.
I feel like I shouldn't go to bed at 3 in the morning today.
Haha, joke's on you. I get up at 3 o'clock in the morning for work.
Oh, that's a whole
Aw.
another mess.
Oh.
Jokes
You know,
on you,
I
I
have
don't go
lots of
to
Oh,
sleep.
wait.
the green
Yeah, I
card
think that was the
because,
end
you
of it.
know, I got up at 1 a.m. in the morning.
Joke's on you, I don't sleep. Simple as that.
Joke's on you, I don't wake up.
18.
Dang it.
I'm so sorry.
I'm so sorry that you woke up in the morning.
I'm so,
Yeah, it's fine. It's
I'm
fine,
so
man.
sorry to hear that you
I-
have died.
I mean, I've been going through it. I've been going through it. Yeah, I've been better. Don't worry about it.
Yeah. So 99% of gamblers quit before their next big win. Never forget.
So next, should we do AVM's invasion or wait for when he's more likely to be awake?
If he's awake in 2 hours, sure.
He is awake already, but he probably is with his family and not attending.
Should we do the tomfoolery train next?
I feel like we should do tomfoolery train.
Okay.
I hope it's an actual train.
It's not a train.
Who is Tom
Oh.
and why are we bullying him?
Tom? We don't like Tom.
Is
He's
that
the-
against Shoisha?
Yes.
Oh no.
Although it's a shame that Shoisha rejected my glorious request to merge our countries into one, Argynshire Shoisha would have been such a glorious country, a glorious abomination to see on the map.
The Shoiganshire.
Well, we're not going to see it on the map because this is it. After these
No.
battles, it's
double
over.
entente. The
Shoishogun.
the Shoishire entente.
The Shoiganshire.
The country with the shogun. Yeah,
Argun
it's a monarchy, but the leader
Shogun.
is a shogun. It's a monarchy, but the leader is a shogun.
Oh, we'll see those in action. Interesting. I wonder if anybody bothered to buy the remainder of my vehicles. I bet not, but I can check. Nah, nobody bothered it. buying those
Uh-oh.
18s. Well,
Is there like an in-universe explanation for the wipe? Or is it just like random?
Let's see what the second reserve fleet is.
let's find out.
Actually,
Is,
I
is
used
this like a loot box opening?
but they were shit.
Yeah.
Yeah. The legendary is the high tier one.
Oh my god, I got a high tier M1 Abrams legendary.
Let's go.
Oh man, I only got a Sherman. Oh man.
Oh,
I have
no.
10 million
Only
power.
16 vehicles.
I have 10 million power in Rise of Kingdoms. To start, I opened 3 packs that got legendary M1 Abrams.
Are we gonna have to like issue the operator check right now? Because they are on defense.
Yes, I
Essentially.
believe I am assigning them to the defense. As in, I'll be playing as them.
How much weight do they have? 160? And yours has?
310. They're fat, that's why.
Okay. And now who has better radio operators?
I don't think we checked that. That's kind of icky.
Yeah, we haven't checked
Because
that.
defense,
Which radio?
because defense
which radio
falls apart
operators can,
under the tonnage rule.
I believe... Actually, that's hard to say. Would they count as attacking?
What if the more efficient?
The problem
radio
here is
operators
simply that the defense is not
heights?
adequate enough to, give them the initiative automatically, so it needs to
They
be
got
checked
full
via
up
radio.
tiered. You can't do nothing.
Well, you've been running the defense.
There's nothing
plays
we can do.
player.
It's Jover.
Hey, you can't beat your wife. Yes, I can. I have 10 million power in Rise of Kingdoms. Start off.
Although it's stronger, 10 million power in Rise of Kingdoms or 10 million power in Raid Shadow Legends?
Raid Shadow Legends,
Do the Shoisho tanks have any radio operator or something?
I believe they are the defense force, which by default makes them the one being controlled by the
Yeah,
player.
but
It's a bit
by
off.
We
reading
haven't
the
been doing
rules-
the radio operator rules all night.
It's a bit off for me to be playing my own tanks as my own faction anyway, so...
yeah, look at you. You're cheating.
awkward.
You're playing your own faction.
You know what? I'll leave that to you, since those are your tanks.
He's only loyal to
Yeah,
himself.
I'll play as the
He's
enemy.
only loyal to himself.
Sure.
Well, mine.
Let's just get it over with. Since they are
Oh no, this
I'm
is going well.
surprised. I'm surprised there's no Russian.
Oh no. Oh
Well, that's
no.
not good. That's very not good.
What happened? I looked away for 5 seconds, and this is what I come back to.
You looked away for 5 seconds and all the tanks died because they do not have the armor.
Oh.
Yeah, I mean the
Make a
Kenny
one
tanks
burger?
are like 5 ton, and
Sure.
the I think has it's like 10. They don't have armor.
Uh-oh.
Oh. Oh. Oh.
Whoa, look at it.
Nope.
Oh no. Oh, he dead. He dead.
Oh, he dead.
Come on.
Oh, he dead,
I'm
alright.
dead.
Oh, he dead. Oh, he dead, alright.
Oh, he dead.
Oh.
How many
Oh,
dead?
nice yellow.
He
Nice
got
yellow.
one.
One kill.
Not one.
That's more than
It
I
was
did.
eye for an eye.
Incredible.
Honestly,
So what
quite
happened to the
I don't
small
think
one?
that was an eye
that's
for
what
eye.
happened.
Maybe the other one killed him.
Oh. Hell yeah.
Okay, that's,
Yeah,
that's
I'm
actually
advertising,
legitimate.
yes.
That's pretty amazing.
It is an advertisement.
How did you manage that? Oh, I know how it's managed, right.
Tank advertisement. I mean, why,
This is like-
I know if they put a logo.
This
thingy
is
on
like
it.
if you bring a band to a battle, like a band to a Napoleon battle.
I was wondering
Yeah.
why it
Austrian
wasn't
shot,
showing up.
Austrians, hey, listen.
That was a warning.
Oh,
You want to get goodbye from us?
You don't want to anger the Clippet.
we have
Well, it seems that you're trying to do a tank battle. Would you like some help with that?
Would you like some ads?
Honestly, now that I saw that, I want to buy from Clippet Manufacturing.
yeah. Okay. How much is one tank?
Fucking Clippy. I hate
Yes.
Clippy from the bottom
Damn,
of my heart.
everyone is buying Clippit stocks. Everyone is
I
buying
want to
Clippit
buy
stocks now.
specifically that tank.
You know, I bought early.
Can we
I'm about
buy
to cash
the
out.
stocks for companies? Can we buy the stocks of
No,
companies?
are we gonna recreate the stock market? This horror. Are we
Goodness,
gonna
no.
recreate it?
Like, please actually don't.
No, we have to recreate the
Nah,
stock market.
let's not do that, okay?
The
Let's
stock
just...
market influences how much money the economy makes. And
Just
be
buy 100
fine.
shares of just buy 100 shares in Clippet Manufacturing Company. Sure.
Dude, man, dude,
That would be a
the Clippit
war another
manufacturing
mess
stocks
if we, like, went with,
I just
stock
like
and stuff.
No, what you do is you invest in Clippet Manufacturing, and then you get your friends to invest in Clippet Manufacturing, and then their friends invest in Clippet Manufacturing.
Oh yeah,
Wait
yeah.
a minute.
It's a pyramid.
Yeah.
It's a pyramid.
Not
And
a, I,
suddenly-
Why is
that
it looking
sounds
like a triangle?
That sounds like a square scheme.
Oh,
I don't know.
that sounds like a triangle.
Then you kick
A
out the
triangle.
owner of Clippit? Wait, what?
What? Yeah. Then we
Yes,
overthrow
that
the
would happen most of the
government.
Not the government.
But then
But
you
we are
become the
overthrowing
country.
the CEO, no?
Oh wait, why did I click sandbox?
Oh look, it's the ball.
Oh shit, that's a ball. It's a ball.
We are so balling.
We're so back.
A ball, but at what cost?
Clippit went to Australia just to advertise itself. Amazing.
Amazing ad campaign. Literally ad campaign.
What, the extermination of like an entire tank regiment? That's your ad campaign?
I mean,
it shows that your tanks work,
man's
no?
gonna make money. My man's gonna make money, you know. I mean, that's an ad campaign. You just gotta grind.
I mean, that exactly shows that his tanks work now.
Yeah, but like all those innocent
Yeah, probably the
people.
best ad campaign you can have.
Sure, he had like few things that weren't his, but who gives a shit?
It's not people. It's just spheres of human flesh. For now.
Oh.
Okay, what's next?
I'm trying to
Something.
figure out next. Let's see what AVM and the third reserve fleet have.
Another reserve fleet? How many do they got?
Yes.
Yes.
Did Zheifu actually
Everything in
spend any
Shoisho
tanks
is a
to
reserve
clear?
fleet.
And then AVM has like 10 different divisions.
Oh wait, that's Shoshu, I'm stupid. Oh, it's true in the end.
He's got
Third
like
reserve
1, 2,
fleet.
3,
Oh,
4,
that's
5,
not
6,
much.
7, 8,
Well.
9 divisions with one vehicle in them.
And those are prototype ones.
Each division maxing. That's all.
Hmm. And what the the AVM force has. I wonder.
Oh boy.
I love that I left this chat at what 4 o'clock. 5 hours later, still going on.
Yeah.
Classic.
Like
Anyway, I'll have
Jesus.
to go ahead and go. Thank you for hosting, and Araret, great idea on the whole companies thing. I think that's
Yes,
definitely something
that is a
that
very good
is
idea.
boring and trying out. Anyway, have a
Indeed.
good one.
Thanks for joining.
See you around.
Oh wait, no. Yeah, I need to.
Well, while we're
clear
waiting,
this.
I'm just gonna play Cosmeteer, Lumal.
Yes, speaking of endorsement,
Mining Shosh.
We're just about to start.
I've come to the regrettable conclusion that I need to find a way to fix Taiga or whatever it is called. Taiga. Because like 4 out of 5 shots are being absorbed by trees right now, and
Zomer's paying them.
that's
I'm just.
unviable for running a contest.
You gotta bribe them.
Nigel Core.
That usually works.
14, 18.
The hilarious thing with fucking Tiger.
Koson did the best thing and erased them from the earth.
What?
I mean, the hilarious thing with Tiger is that essentially meant that, oh yes, you have that big, massive fuck-off cannon, and a slow reload. Oh no, you hit a tree. Wow, that's pretty
yo,
slow
what the fuck?
reloading.
Game crashed? What the hell? Sounds cool, man.
Oh,
Oh, he started killing. He started killing.
Yeah, it's the over-tiered.
Wow.
It's the over-tiered.
I think it's double up here.
Yeah, this is a major up-tier.
Hey,
Oh
look,
my.
Slightly newer.
I feel like that looks like a Swedish tank.
Oh no.
It does look like a Swedish tank.
Yes.
This is a weird
I'm
wedge.
sorry, but some of those the enemy tanks look like discount Sheridan.
Yeah.
I was about to say Bradley, but yeah.
It's a bulletproof. It's a bulletproof
It's the
Sheridan.
turret. It's the turret that makes it look like a Sheridan.
Yeah.
It's a bulletproof Sheridan.
Low poly Sheridan.
Cosmeteer is bricked. Nice.
Walmart Sheridan.
Wait,
It's a low poly Sheridan.
Wow. I looked for a minute away.
I love the whole joke of like, oh yes, I have the people. Yes, I have 2 million tanks that I can produce and whatever the fuck. Yes, but what's the quality of them? Oh, absolutely shit. So basically,
I mean, well, the Soviet did that in back World War II, you know.
And they.
up until to be fair, the T-34s were still a bad tank, but the 85 gun.
It is. It's bad, but they are.
The 85 gun was good.
The 85 gun in and of itself was good. The tank itself was bad.
I say it's barely
It was-
serviceable. It's barely serviceable.
It was
T-34 was a bad tank. Was good tanks. They cost 3,000 man hours to make compared to like 88,000 for Tiger.
Also, they're pretty cheap.
It was good at getting the good 85mm gun to the front line, and that was his job, and it did a good job at it.
Yeah, it was good enough to get the gun up there, so
To
that
get
they
the
could
gun
shoot
there.
the
Just
tank.
say that the headset. And the headset is also good. That because it's the same job.
Yeah, the Hetzer is good. I like the Hetzer.
I hate the Hetzer.
Well, okay,
They're
I
working
gotta
at
say
Robo
something
Tanks.
about the Hetzer though. It's just got a hits.
It does have to Hetz.
Oh god, if anyone that remembers that fucking meme, Jesus Christ, that was ages ago.
Yeah, man. I
What,
was
that's
like, what,
2015? That's
13?
2015.
I heard that first.
It's like, holy shit.
Oh yeah, that is long. Oh, goddamn. No,
Yeah,
it's
like
9 years ago now.
you think about it, and you're like, ah, that wasn't that long ago, right? Oh my god.
Yeah,
was
9
that long
years.
ago?
Man, we're already getting old.
It's like, oh shit, we're old. No.
Hits are gonna hits.
We're about to die.
I
I'm about to
saw
die.
one of those fucking joke things come up about, oh yes, and if you know this, you're old, and it's the fucking the space pinball thing that was on computers.
Oh yeah.
The
Oh my
fucking that
god.
fucking pinball game. You know exactly which one. It was like you spent a inordinate amount of time playing it because it was actually legitimately fun. And
The pinball
absolutely
game.
bullshit when half the time it'd go and hit a few things and just bounce straight fucking down the middle and there was nothing you could do about it.
It is pinball. It's an RNG as well, you know.
Oh yeah, well it's not really RNG because this technically everything you hit is going to trigger something in a certain way.
You guys are going to trip the swear filter, aren't you?
Pinball is the peak of gaming.
There's a
God
swear
damn.
filter?
No, but YouTube will hit monetization if you start putting swear words in the stream. Not that I care
Oh
much.
no!
Not that
I'm
I
sorry.
care for this.
No.
I'm really sorry.
We can't say freak.
Quick, say something racially.
We have this.
God damn it! No, do not.
Hitler
So the thing
caused
about
9/11.
Italians.
Okay.
You know,
Yes.
about Hitler, I think he was.
No, that's just the joke, because, anti-Italian racism is kind of archaic nowadays.
Italians are racist? Dang, I didn't know that.
So about the
I mean, they
Jewish
do.
question.
They was fascist. They were fascist back then.
Yes. Okay. Alright.
Plenty of other folks too. I was listening to this interesting thing about how intense Italian resistance was and how organized it was, and how the Allies kind of downplayed it after the war.
Because Italy is mid. Is that why?
Yeah, they just all this American propaganda, basically.
American.
Did we see any Landepunkt battles so far?
Ah, crap. What is that? Let's see.
I love the whole joke. It's like, yes, my tanks haven't been bought in ages. It's like, well, yeah, I'm behind on tech now. Oh, because everyone's armor is like at like 500 millimeters. Effective armor at this point. It's absolute ridiculous.
So all the ships are break now? Is that?
No, they're pregante. Pregnant.
My tank is pregnant. Dang.
Pungent?
Pungent. Pungent.
but and they be pergonet?
Okay. Why is it called water? And like, so they have cater and water. Why is it not just like water and cater? Water and cotter.
Oh, that's nice. You got a perfect 32 vehicles here to try and attack AV-12Ms. And this is for the capital raid, number 2.
That could actually be interesting, because we didn't put anything above tech 17, I think, in this.
That's a lot of tech.
X17? Jesus Christ. I
Yeah.
think I'm like at like 7, 8, maybe 9.
It also
To be fair though, I had like an entire week where I wasn't able to make any money.
You ain't painting it from the front. No, you ain't painting it from the front. What is with your gun? Why is it bouncing so much?
No suspension.
He's getting shot so much he can't even aim.
Yeah, that's literally what the problem is he's getting shot so much.
Impact damage.
Yeah, the impact
The
is
impact
just...
damage is winning. Hey,
Not a skill issue. Just get better.
Should have put bigger dampers on.
Should have prepared.
could
for
you
this.
imagine being shot? Could you imagine being shot and that affects your aiming? Like the whole mass of the tank moves.
Oh yeah, that makes sense. Like if a T-34 crew got like a ricochet, they would be concussed.
Yeah, that's not modeled in stuff.
No, but the
Not even that's
kind of
the
pretty fun.
of the tank, the sound there.
I mean, to be fair with this, there is a decent job being done. I mean, there's only 2 tanks left.
Yeah.
To be fair.
How much can that gun actually depart? Like the green angle?
Let's see.
I'm betting what, like 5?
Those are unpennable.
Oh yay, I love unpennable tanks. UFOs. I love
Yeah,
UFOs.
that is
You just
one
need a
thing
mortar
that
cannon.
really shouldn't be allowed, is like actual
Yeah,
fucking
just top
UFOs.
attack him.
Are those pre-armor aspectus?
Yes.
Yes.
Oh.
Yeah, that explains it. That explains why that King UFO tank is, yeah.
Oh, these are past armor specters.
They're post-armor aspectus.
Yeah,
Coulson?
specters, but pre width limit.
Oh, that explains it.
Coulson, I don't think that would fit all the crew in the turret.
Yeah.
I don't think.
Was one of the crew just like kind of
What
like
if
huddled
you-
up on the side?
No, like one of them would have to be like lying down in the back of the turret.
One of
He's-
the gun breaches
Yeah,
would
that's
go
the
into the
radio
commander's
It'll be the fucking
that's the
loader.
radio
He's like
operator.
loading from lying down.
And he's
The gun
hanging
breach would go
outside of
into the
tank.
commander.
So let's do the.
I do not think that tank would pass in would be possible in V0.2 at all.
Probably not.
Also, because the armor has thickness.
And thus, yes,
Well,
as
you
that
said
as well.
All right, because that's coming
Z,
in.
Z drop or 0.
Now let's do the invasion of Nunatunik by Yugoslavia.
Yeah, alright, we're
Oh.
about to get obliterated. We're about to get up to you.
Oh,
man.
yeah, right. This invasion.
This is
Yeah, it's
going to be fun.
Yep. I'm ready for the up tier.
Now I need to figure out what my stuff is.
I forget what we put in
Well,
the
round 4
lineup.
is over. There's no point.
Oh yeah, no, I'm just looking at what like the company stats and everything are for the sake of looking at what it was.
At the end, yeah. At the end, Ghania had like $100 million that it couldn't spend.
I'm gonna be honest. I have like 6 million. To be fair, the flatbed transfer
Nuna
thing
Wedgie.
is really useful.
$134 million
What's the
of
name?
storage.
Like, because you can just continuously produce those, and you will make more money than you actually end up spending in
Yeah,
R&D.
we were doing that with Tech 16 sub-step tanks. Make more money.
I currently have 160 million in my bank.
Yeah, we were making Tech 16 sub-step tanks, bypassing Posteria's embargo on high-tech sub-step tanks.
I dislike that.
Remind
Like,
people about that.
like, man, the tech, like the tier limits for lower income nations, it really is like suffering. Like our best stuff is like tier 15, I think, for everything.
Yeah.
And
I
then, like,
think the biggest problem is when you end up putting those limits in, you could end up with just them not being able to do anything in the later rounds.
mm-hmm.
And that absolutely crucifies them because they essentially at that point have to rely on companies producing their tanks for them.
Yes, that was what happened.
Oh wait,
You
are we
either
putting,
you either
company-
you either convinced companies to work for you or you lost.
Mm-hmm.
You either convinced a lot of companies to work for you or you lost, which is what Obi did.
Alright. I have a feeling, like, maybe, I don't know if I'm going to pin anything. That's like
I mean, convincing
So
isn't hard.
I'm betting what they have
Tell
more
them to
money
give them-
income, but less.
Yeah. And then it
Okay.
becomes who has more money.
Hmm.
Which was Posteria from their earlier exploits and
Oh
Nuna
no,
Janique.
what are these guys?
Because they had the most population at the end.
But how did we get a team kill first thing?
Those things are gonna drag and die.
No, this
Playing as or
average.
He's playing as Janique, yeah.
Average was a tank. It's average was a tank.
Oh, it looks like we got down tiered. Dang.
Yeah. He got down tiered. Wow. This is what it looks like from the other side. Also, not fun.
POV, you die.
Yeah, it's boring. Boring from both sides.
You're the tank, I think.
Because either you're the one being absolutely shitstormed, and that's just that's
Not fun. Or you're just curb stomping everything, which gets boring very fast.
Like it's fun for a little bit.
Yeah,
You're like,
fun for a little bit at the expense of everyone else's fun. At the expense of everyone else's fun, but like it is fun to sometimes go into a Hoi 4 game and play as like some random country and a Hoi 4 game, go to some random country and just Colin's
Like
looking.
it's pretty funny. This thing would be just the sheer amount of if it would have broken his arm.
Yeah.
You know, getting stumped is fun, but you know, getting stumped is fun when you have when your tank is capable to like do a carry.
Getting stomped is never fun. Never.
It's fun if your tank can do the carry.
Have you ever been stomped before?
I mean, depends on the situation.
I mean,
Shut up.
physically or like in the game?
In a game, have you ever been stomped before?
Yeah, that's called me playing War Thunder at any moment.
Yeah, well that's Stockholm syndrome.
Like America in War Thunder for like any decent
Yeah, I'm
amount of
playing
time.
M4. Whenever
Yeah,
I
I
play
did 4
M4,
hours
I'm
stuck
76.
playing War Thunder at all.
guys also might be able to do this.
But the thing is, the M4A176, it has a good gun, stabilizer is a good gun. It's like a good tank, it's just poorly placed.
Nope.
I can do well.
Darn.
But
I
yeah,
will
Abrams
say,
is
my God.
Yeah.
The armor should have shattered.
yeah, the
Yeah.
Oh
other
man,
one.
the armor should have shattered a long time ago.
Yeah.
That's why it died.
Because they ricocheted off the floor.
And the back. And
Yeah.
the top.
How did
Yeah.
it bounce through the top?
Don't ask.
Don't ask us.
Actually, it was probably a shot that went through and then went up the back of the turret.
Yeah, it's complicated and messy.
Because if it's just a pure armor piercing
Okay,
shot, it's
well,
not going to
the-
explode inside. It just keep
I
going.
wanna
It went
see.
through
Getting
the
stuck
roof
is-
and out the floor.
Yep. Yeah,
I will
but
say on the topic of getting stomped is that it's really boring to watch.
it's
Yeah.
really boring to watch someone get stomped. It's really
Getting-
annoying to
getting
be stomped.
is-
You about to say getting stomped is fun?
No, if you can fight back, You have the ability to fight.
Oh, we
back,
couldn't
and
fight
you
back
can-
tonight. We couldn't fight back tonight.
Like
Yes,
one
that's
where
the
it's
thing.
like,
That's the thing. You have
Yeah,
to be able
because
to
you
fight back,
abused
so
the
You have a
systems.
little bit of fun. There's like a
We had no
possibility
fun
to have
tonight. I've almost left Zheifu a couple times this round 4, episode 2, because of you.
If your tanks can fight back, by definition, you're not getting stomped.
If they can fight back,
mean,
you
you
are
meant-
not being stomped. We were stomped constantly tonight. This has not been fun stream. This has been boring to watch, annoying to play, and it must get and you're having fun, but I don't know how you have I'm not in your head, but I would be getting bored at this point if I were the one in the stomping position. That's why I destroyed Gato, because I was bored. That's why I think Obi voiced that opinion too, because he was getting bored.
Yep, that's true.
So stomping gets boring very quickly, getting stomped on is annoying, and watching it is boring. So,
I mean, it's more
let's
like
not
this
stomp.
different where one
We are
side
limited
stomps
by the
initially,
technology of
and
our
then-
time.
and then next round
You were
gets
not
stomped
limited.
on.
Yeah, you're limited by the technology. You don't have to go to the very maximum build a UFO.
The thing is, I do like building tanks, which I think are pretty good, and I'm not.
I want to build
intentionally
Pretty good
very-
UFOs.
Yeah, UFOs are just, or what you consider a UFO, just happens to be really space efficient.
I want to build something, but I only like building open top tanks, but that's not allowed as of
I mean,
now.
this
why,
stuff.
why should I make stuff that is?
This is what I built.
based on what I know I could actually build. Like, there's no point in doing it. We are playing a competition. We're not playing a modeling championship or anything. We are doing. We're playing a game.
We are
where
playing
the goal is-
as countries, and you're building tanks that would not be able to fit the crews inside.
Yeah, that's like another thing. This is not part of the rule set. In this rule set,
We are
it's not
building
included.
it. We are designing this challenge to work under V0.2, in which that will be part of the rule set.
Yeah, and there will be building different tanks then. But for now, those tanks.
I
are
bet it's gonna.
I mean,
There is
I
no
bet-
point then for now,
Why?
because we are building this is test.
Yeah, this is testing for V2.0.
We're testing the
essentially.
economics and stuff, so we don't have to test it too much for V0.2.
Correct.
Maybe you're happy to know that
Yeah.
I actually fitted crewman into my CD25.
Did you
I
fit a
wanted
breach
to-
in with it?
I wanted to try doing that, so we
I
could
didn't
like
model
see how
the
it
TV,
would
no.
be with
Then that's
Breach
your
too,
that's
but
the
you
problem.
didn't
is
like
the gun
it,
breach
so-
goes halfway into
the
that turret.
abandonment.
That might be.
The gun breach is going straight through.
Yeah, the commander was sitting in the back of the turret though, so I split.
Yeah, the gun
ammo.
breach goes a good. How long was the shell roughly?
I think we were at 1,550.
Yeah, that.
I can probably.
If it
look at
was
the
like
running
that,
question.
if it was about the size of that last of your tank that we saw, that turret was about the right size, right? Or about that tank size. Is the turret about that long? Would you say? That Dracula's looking at. Hang on.
They should be.
Oh wait. Coulson pulled it up. Yeah, that gun breach is going straight through that commander's cupola. Like Coulson, can you go to that gun breach is going through those two hatches past that. It is going to that commander's cupola. Plus recoil.
Oh, yeah, that is absolutely that's.
Yeah, that gun breach is going to the other side of that turret ring plus recoil.
I think it might have touched the ammo bin. It might have like.
I think
touched
the ammo's
bin.
gonna detonate upon firing the gun.
Yeah, the recoil is gonna hit the
You
ammo.
fire the gun and it instantly detonates.
So
Yes.
playing
The
different rules.
commander is like split in half.
Die anyway.
So Scott.
The TC is split in
And-
half whenever the gun fires.
Let me see something.
You know what's funny?
Oh.
In the current 0.2 build, it does not account for recoil.
Yeah, well, hasn't Hamish said he's gonna change that? Or
I
no?
don't
Doesn't
know.
move back. The recoil. Build and you need like a long space to be able to recoil if the breach is long.
Yeah, roughly twice.
Just to
Not,
double the required
depends on how
space.
much like the guns recoiled and stuff like that.
I mean, higher caliber would be more recoil, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
No,
It could be.
no,
It would
no,
have
longer shell. A longer shell. The longer the shells.
Okay.
the more
The
powder
longer the shell
inside.
is
He
gonna.
said recoil is an
Yeah, yeah,
area he'll
that-
be expanding on. You'll likely get some modifiers then, which
Yeah. Makes sense.
How
But-
about like a third a bridge line behind the bridge for recoil space?
When Overlord was judging tanks for this, he made a rule of it must fit 2 shells behind the gun. He was doing that, 2 shells behind the gun, without.
That would make sense, actually.
Yeah, that's.
That,
Yeah,
that
that.
would be a good
Yeah,
idea.
that crew would not be able to fit in that turret.
Yeah, the turreting is not.
That the crew would not fit in that turret.
I don't know.
No, they would not.
Maybe if you make.
I think if they were crunched in
you
a
make a
fetal
bit
position,
higher.
maybe.
I mean,
I
it could
guess
be a remote
it's like
That's not a 3-man turret.
depending on like the gun.
Well, the problem
There
is
are-
vertically they would not be able to fit because they're they would be like
Just
they
load-
would be like that. Their heads would be in the turret,
Yeah.
and that turret ring is not big enough for a
Wait.
3-man.
Let me just make it the turret ring. Boom.
Yeah, that would be
V02,
the
maybe
logical
like
decision
if you
there.
want a recoil space, you don't need like a 2-hole shell length. That's a bit much.
Why even
That-
have turret ammo at that point?
Well, it's breach plus recoil length.
you could maybe fit them.
Oh yeah, so behind the bridge is one. There's at least one shell.
But, like,
Well,
you feel like
yeah,
all
but
the way
hold
back.
us through though. That's the thing. Like kind
The
of
problem
like
is that they're
be excellent.
yeah, that he's hitting the floor. He's hitting the floor.
I'm just like move his foot around, amputate it.
Well, he's spinning.
So he could be sitting his legs towards the center of the turret, I guess.
Yeah, maybe. Again, then he'd be
Whatever-
facing backwards.
Whatever
I
the
mean,
system
that's
will
his
be
problem.
for. Whatever the system
Yeah,
will be
he's
for
the
retail.
gunner. He has to be looking forward.
Well,
I would try-
You could have
technically,
periscope. You could have
There needs to be a,
problem is periscopes is.
Needs to be a what's not seasickness, car sickness rule
Yeah.
or something.
Yeah.
You can't get motion sick.
And also that commander would be being hit by that commander would have well, judging by the height of the turret, that commander would have his head caved in by the breach when it recoiled.
Okay, the commander doesn't have like legs. The commander, the waist.
Well,
out.
no, his head would be
He
in
doesn't
the
have
path of the breach.
No, I disagree. I think his commander head would be like clipping into the breach. The breach is way too long for the commander to
It
fit.
would be like he would like have his face like when the loader would punch the shell through the commander's head to load
He would have to be sitting
while
under
shoving
Oh,
the
wait,
ammo
okay,
in above
uh,
his head.
Also,
but
every
listen,
single
you know
ergonomic
how,
study ever done has actually shown that loaders need to be standing up, or they need a very sophisticated loading assist thing. So like, you really should be saying loaders have to be standing up.
I mean, the Sherman's loader sat down, but
they had a
you
like,
know
a
how
thing
like
going on.
how
the Sherman loader could stand up, but I think he had a seat though. But like
Wait,
it's like
do you
very
know
easy
how
because like grab it from the
cutoff
floor in.
I mean,
Like,
I'm pretty
do you know
sure
cut
his
off
seat
is-
was folding.
Yeah. And
okay,
also
about the
ammo
commander's
that-
head. About the commander's head, do you know that cuttlefish? You know, the cuttlefish has like a ring brain, so the brain is shaped like a ring. What if the commander's whole head is shaped like a ring? so,
We're trying to be
you know, they
realistic
can
here.
push-
I don't.
well, you know, just a thought. Maybe the head is like a ring, so the loader just shoved it between.
Ah.
Maybe Posterio's made up of a bunch of aliens.
Yes, we are from the Mars.
Mars.
They have child
It is-
soldiers.
Under a different rule set, Imperfect, you're correct. This tank will probably not be legal, but I was not building this tank for any different challenge. I was building this for this challenge, and for this challenge, it was legal.
And I was building to have a fair fight, and you were not.
I mean, it's not like you didn't know what was coming up to you.
I didn't think you would have. I didn't.
Was I building
I mean,
optimized
this
though,
tank-
considering just how much I crammed stuff in mine?
Then there's the question: what's the point if everyone makes the exact same optimized tank that can't?
Yeah, what's the point if everyone makes hyper-optimized UFOs? What is the point?
There is no point.
Also, hyper-optimized UFOs are not fun for me or most other people to make.
Yeah, that's.
Which means you win every time.
It's not. It doesn't look good either. It doesn't look good either.
It doesn't look good either. At least in my opinion.
Completely fine. I actually do
I
like.
mean, everyone. No, I think everyone can agree about that. Everyone can agree about that.
Yeah, I don't want to make
I think
hyper-optimized
people might
UFO.
like the aesthetics of it, but I think you could say that it definitely ruins the suspension of disbelief that is part of this.
It does.
Ruins
Like,
the RP. The RP.
I want to be able to make tanks with flat surfaces, but I can't. Because if I do, that's just a weak spot to the AI.
It's just a weak spot to the AI, and
Yeah,
the
so
UFO
basically
tank
what
and
maybe
people
it-
who make UFO tanks like Obi will win every time. This is no point for the politics or
basically everyone-
economy because you lose. Too bad you lose.
Now there
Because
was
the thing is,
there was the
I mean,
BC...
because like already, if you don't angle your turret, angle your hull, you'd lose. That's like a thing.
That's what it is.
Tanks like T-54s, T-50, like T-44s, a ton of tanks that worked in the real life. Even like a T-34, it wouldn't work because it has flat surfaces. You have to make every part of the vehicle angle.
You have to build wedges. Wedges in UFOs, or you lose.
That's also down to construction. That's all down to the construction because
I think it's down
I
to
don't
more
think
like
a
the
UFO
weight
would
guide
be possible
of the
to make in real life.
Because like unlike real life where you will like fire around and it might go a bit above, a bit below. I hit the wrong spot. It's deadly accurate in game, at least for the AI.
And also, there's no overmatching in game, which is the big. I think it's called overmatching.
Yes.
The big counter to angled armor.
Even if it was the World of Tanks system, which is arguably bad, it would still be better than not having it at all.
Or I think it's like triple the armor in caliber. Well,
You know what might be a
Triple
use
the caliber, yes.
Yeah.
So like HE.
And
those are the
doesn't
high
War Thunder
explosive.
have it as well? But it's like 5 times?
Overpressure.
It has overpressure mechanics, which involves high explosive
You know,
rounds.
a rule that might work instead of a weight limit, having an overmatch limit where your armor has to be a certain percentage of what the enemy caliber is, and that way it doesn't make sense to slope
Yeah, but
it
then
even more.
How do you do that though?
But then you have to know the enemy caliber to build your tank.
Yeah. That's an
you could hang on, because wait, because there is a maximum caliber for each tech limit just based on the way that the shell length works.
Also, like high angle
Sure, but we're just gonna use that.
And you also have to know their.
Because there is a maximum, like theoretical, like the shell length limit is like 200
what you're
or 300.
essentially, guys, hold on. What you're essentially guys saying is small tanks need more armor because overmatch.
Yes.
No. Well, less angle.
If you dumb it down, yeah.
Less angle? No, they need more armor.
Yeah, they need more armor. Like just to
Like, it's
avoid
just
the
so
but then wait,
jagged
there's also
shit
weight.
with
There's also
UFOs. What are
weight.
you talking about?
There's also weight restriction.
They just became.
If you put more, then
UFOs
you
will
can't-
become 5 times heavier, while light tanks will become 5 times heavier.
Well, I mean, a light tank shouldn't have to rely
A
on
light
like,
tank shouldn't have to rely on its armor.
Yeah.
But like, we
But what
can't
you're
make
suggesting-
light tanks in this game without giving them ridiculous amounts of armor they couldn't carry in real life.
But they're exactly suggesting that they need armor.
We're
Because
saying
the
that
only problem-
UFOs have too much angle.
Or mediums and heavies, like super wedges, or like the UFOs.
Wedges, yeah. We're trying to work out ways of cutting back on wedges by making it so that angle is less desirable. Maybe.
Maybe you could give like a benefit to
Maybe increase the amount of raw armor you're allowed.
You know,
That's why I said
But then that would
we should
increase.
implement effective armor limit.
Well,
would be
but
kind
that
of
was too hard,
annoying.
as the bot can't calculate that realistically.
But the bot might be easy
how mu-
to calculate. Is if there was there was a upper bound and lower bound for armor plates. So anything below 60 or above like 80 or something like that. Like have a generous like roof armor limit, but have a limit for non-roof stuff.
That's going to be such a
I-
pain to try and set
That
up.
would be a pain to set up. So
I would much
I'm against
rather-
an effective
Maybe
armor
set
limit
a
just
different
because it's
limit.
too much of a pain to set up.
Maybe set different
I can
limits
do.
for
I
having
can
a
look at
padded
it.
armor
I'm.
with
I,
a angled armor piece.
does the
Like,
blueprint have? Do the blueprints have a
Do you think
calculator for that,
changing
or is
this
it a
so
different
close?
system?
No, they have only like positioning of the vertices.
They have
and they
positioning
are-
of the points, a big list of points and its armor
yeah,
values.
and by that, and then they have a list of like armor values on
Do
those
you think
vertices
changing this very
specifically, if I
close to
remember correctly.
0.2?
And that's how it calculates the armor layout of the vehicle. Very complicated
Great.
on its own, actually.
Should we try and do more
That's an
battles or
interesting
just call it here?
I'm fine either way. I gotta sleep soon though.
I gotta say,
Wait, one more perhaps? One more perhaps?
Sure.
If it's fun?
the
Coulson,
challenge
if I wrote a system for determining armor values, or sorry, armor angle values, would you implement it? It seems like a lot of work, but it might be something that would be fun for me to do.
If you can
I mean,
get
sure,
code to determine armor angles, that would
That would
be really
amazing.
helpful.
It's in
That would be
Python, by the way. So
Amazing, by the way, because it would like make possibilities for us to make more flexible limitations.
yeah,
Like, if, like instead of
Boston
having
Python.
this a raw armor limit, we could go
Will
with
this?
flexible, you know.
Well, hold up. Are we
Effective
chasing a
armor
full
limit, for
ceremony?
example.
Because we're gonna end this here, and the next one is going to be after 0. Do
no.
you think like changing this as now would
Well,
work in
0.2.
Sorry.
Round
armor
5 is
will be
might be
still
before
relevant.
0.2.
It will
Armor
be.
will still be relevant.
It will be before
Why don't
0.2.
we- Oh, but wait, it starts before, but will it go after, like in the middle? It's going to be the 0.2.
It- Well, it would probably stay on 0.127, wouldn't it? And then jump over to 0.2 for round 6.
So why not? Why not
It
wait
just
for?
depends on when it starts, because we were originally designing this to be ready to go in like November, but clearly that didn't happen.
Yeah, it needed a lot of work.
Yeah. But it's also just because V5.2 did not come out in October like it was supposed to.
It got delayed.
I think it's
Also,
August. It's meant to be August.
a lot of systems seem to be built around positive feedback loops, which is generally like bad multiplayer gameplay experiences.
You
Uh,
seem
Where
to
just
have
everything
experience on
snowballs
this, so
and then
definitely feel
whoever
free
gets
to
the best
give
of the fastest
input
will
on
win.
better ways to go about it, like how to turn positive feedback loops into negative ones, etc.
I just a simple one is to make research more expensive as you go
One of the
along.
things you could do is implement a weighting system for armor, or sorry,
Oh,
for
yeah. I think that
not
would be
for
a good
armor,
idea.
for
actually.
for tech. You need to have tech be exponentially more expensive as
And then so
as
like
it goes up.
Tech
Is it
being more
currently like
expensive
that?
as you
also,
progress
maybe
is a good
it takes
idea.
longer. Like for every armor aspect, it takes
Also,
like a day longer.
the money snowballing, that just needs to be cut. Like that seems like it's the root of a
Yeah.
lot of your problems.
I mean, money
Yes.
is linear for the most. I think for every.
Yeah, the
money
problem is
still
that
linear now,
it's just
at least.
you get to, but you're able to boom into eco.
Oh yeah,
Like,
because
right now it's more linear than it was.
Stop researching. What if?
Like Gania makes like far too more money than we can spend, and we're supposed to be a mid eco power.
Yeah, and meanwhile, I'm over here in Aino Kiko. We literally have like $300,000 that we can't spend. There's nothing we can spend it on. Our research is slow, and we've already gotten the widest rail gauge. Like, there's nothing we can spend our money on.
That is
And then
what I
on the
actually
other
want to
hand,
address.
you have like
Is
Google's Bob
Is
Aware.
weakening the economies?
It's like you have also the opposite.
Or at least slowing it down. I mean, like honestly, if it's if people are at war, the economy should be
booming. It should be
like
booming.
Yeah, no,
not
just
getting
die. You can just
better.
die.
It should be transitioning. You should be
It's a
transitioning
war.
a lot of your like liquid capital into factories. Like things
Yeah.
capital
But
should
the
be
problem is
growing
that there
more
isn't-
static.
The problem is that there isn't really a wars. It's like campaigns, because it's like one or two big campaign days where everyone goes out to the battlefield to march and campaign against each other, and that's the war. And then see you in 2 months.
It's very like Napoleonic then.
Yeah, sort of, because like this is the second battle of it, and this is the end. Like there isn't a war. It's been a few like a month since the last battle. It's not an
We
ongoing
just need
war.
more stuff. We
There
just need
could be
more
some
stuff to
like
play this more often.
Really, how easy do you think an auto resolver would be to set up?
I plan to
if
do
we
it
could have
because
some
I can't
random
keep the
events, like maybe you need to
Where's the
stop
fun?
some
Wait, so if you
unrest
have
or
auto
something.
resolver, where's the fun in that?
An auto resolver, because then an auto resolver would allow us to declare war on each other in actual instead of it being preset weeks in advance.
Yeah, that's kind of the idea.
It doesn't block
Yeah,
us from
you could
doing
have
battles
automatic
on our
small
own.
battles.
It also means you could have an ongoing war with each other, as opposed to everyone shows up for war day and then whoever wins,
Why? Okay,
whoever.
wait. What?
I mean, it would also like wouldn't it also let
Hey,
us fight it
hey,
out
imperfect.
as
What
we
about
progress,
what
rather
about
than just like
if two people? What if two people going to war? They just like stream it by themselves, and then there's at least one
Well,
mod in there.
but then that would become
There's
because
also-
one of them would declare because that gets complicated, and you'd also need
I
a
mean, the
judge.
staff would probably still monitor it. It just requires like
Yeah, but it's
It
like
requires
both
monitoring. It
sides.
requires a judge. It requires the two people to pretty much two separate battles to pretty much confer which ones are like the actual one. It's a big mess.
I mean, you would probably just have a campaign manager.
Okay, so looking at the formatting thing, it actually it's not that bad. It is a little tedious. But if you wanted, we could like go over it at some point. It's just there's a JSON with the point coordinates, and then they have at the second half of the JSON shared
armor.
point coordinate. Yeah, like where the faces are.
Correct.
Yeah, the armor values.
Yeah. And like because we know where the points are, and we know, why is the thickness map like that? That doesn't matter. Thickness is what's going to be important for this. Yeah.
Also, Colson, you know the most about the V0.2 files, tank files. Do you know if that's how they're gonna be like proper, or
I have
if that was just like how much hacking it together?
Hacking it together is probable.
Or if it's gonna be like in the fight when everyone gets, it's gonna be more like they are currently.
I have no.
Because that's a big important if Lori's gonna go along with this, and then it turns out that it's completely different. Well, not completely different. It was still segmented in a similar way. It just was different formatting.
Same principle. Yeah, it's the logic's gonna be the main problem. I think I'm less experienced with parsers, but generally parsing is a lot easier than the actual like neutral logic. The only thing is, really big, complicated things might require a lot of tweaking. Not like a lot, but you see yours running on a Raspberry Pi, right?
Yep. I thought you moved it to a server.
Well, I was looking into it, but I did mine upgrade instead.
It'll be unlikely, but it might require like a faster language. API stuff is a pain in the butt. But it'll also just be a thing where where we thread it to like a separate thing, and then that could be in the background. Sorry, I think I'm in problem solving mode.
You're speaking wizard to me. I don't. Might as well be speaking Latin.
Like speak fish to him.
Tell
So, elfish language.
Speak friend and enter.
Okay, I need to look up JSON shit.
Dive into go on my mod on because it's readily available.
Oh no, I'm just Oh yeah, that's probably a good use of it. And it would probably be best to use compatible systems.
The main benefit with Python is if it's put its way at the bottom, you can run quickly.
So I'm just going to make a separate function that will take whatever blueprint that you give it and parse it and tell you whether it is it works or not.
Sounds good.
That'll probably take like a week. I'm not sure if I'll be able to get like identify where the plate is wrong logic going, because that's, I mean, I could give you a plate ID number, but the actual, like, I don't think that could tell you exactly where it was.
I would say, yeah, that's actually a good point. Is if you try to do it, it's going to be very hard to
Work out where the plate is.
And
Well,
if
what
it's
you could do
actually
is
relevant,
I can return the plate coordinates, and that way you can just like go into the game and try to find the point that matches those coordinates.
Well, it's trying to make it so that you don't have to Colson doesn't have to download the blueprint to approve the tank.
although I do have interest in at some point making like a blueprint drawer where it takes
Where it'll draw the blueprint. Couldn't it take the coordinates for the well then the bot couldn't it take the coordinates for the plate, draw on a 3D plane and see what its angle and orientation is?
even just a 2D plane for visualization and writing more.
Well,
Plus the-
3D plane so it knows what the armor is, and so it knows the angle and orientation of the X and Y. I don't know. I don't know how to.
That require a lot of stuff. It could be done. It might be easier to take a different approach. Oh, you know what we could do? Well, I feel like that would require using Godot or something.
Olsen, he's already dead.
The little profiles that the blueprint uses could draw on that.
Well, you know infinitely more than me.
Oh, I hate it. No, it's a cute thing. Man, that's a big hit.
Man, Colson, you need to put more wheels in the tanks.
Yes,
Why you
please.
have 3 wheels in it?
Please, more wheels. Don't be like
the weight.
Don't be like Cubson was with only 3 wheels on the tank that weighs 30 tons.
I mean, it's like a strategy. Less wheels, less weight.
Wheels are super important for ground pressure, though. They're more important than the track width sometimes, even
Yeah, because they are pretty. They
just want to press the track to the ground. So basically,
they are
that's the point. Later leaving wheels in Germany plan.
it was for ground pressure and also armor because the wheels are steel, so they're armor. Instead of having gaps in your lower hull plate armor, you have no gaps at the cost of